like a very minor sleep apnea, and at one point they offered me to get like a mouthpiece that was supposed to like pull my jaw forward a little bit to
Yep.
like
Yeah.
The
ease
homeo
it.
blocker.
Yeah, I never did it though because I didn't want to deal with that.
All right. Enough about people's flaws and
Right.
people's insecurities. Let's go to our in-game insecurities. No, I'm just kidding.
But this is trauma button. No, I'm
Yeah, yeah. Sweet, everyone's here. All right, let's do a little quick recap. So last time we left off, you guys were assisting the village of Barkrest, which was this village full of sunset goblins that were kind of having a shared peaceful dynamic, just aura with kind of the animals around it. They were having issues of being bullied by, or harassed, is the better term, by these lizard folk, which you guys were, suggested to assist them. And when you did, you guys found out that these lizard folk weren't that aggressive, or not aggressive, but they weren't that strong. They were pretty minor in their harassment, but it's harassment nonetheless. And they had given you an option of, assisting them in killing a spirit animal, as it would be called. And you guys, in the end, after having a decision with Hemlock, who was very much against this, opted to go ahead and attack them and end their lives prematurely.
Yeah, we fucked them up.
Yeah, you guys definitely, it was no issue, and that's where we are now.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, didn't even break a sweat. You killed them very quickly and then burned the bodies, I believe, is what you guys had done, in typical flight fashion. So you guys are here now, back at the this kind of old village, this encampment or this village that was being built before the Millennial War. And yeah, you guys are now kind of just hanging out. So as you guys are, resting, or not like long resting, but just taking a breather, or just a minute or two after assaulting these creatures and burning the bodies, doing whatever you'd like. I think a couple of you took a piece or something of these guys. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Leon, who took like a piece of the lizard folk, since they were actually from the from the Winter Court. So as you guys are kind of resting up and finishing, just getting rid of the ashes or spreading the ashes wherever, Hemlock speaks up and he goes, well then, we should go ahead and get going back. I believe so. We need to go inform the Goblin Village that we've been successful.
Very well, very well.
All right. So I believe it was a 2-day trip to actually get to the back to the Goblin Village. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just count both encounters as one.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's fine. All right, cool. So let's do Vex. Go ahead and roll me a d20 for the encounter check for the trip back, please. 8. All right, go ahead and roll me a d. 1 second, I gotta pull up all this.
Travis.
Yeah, it's always Travis, dude, every time. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a d12, please.
Whoa.
4. All right. As you guys are kind of walking towards, back to the village, I'm gonna go to get it and give Hemlock a survival check. If anybody else wants to assist, I really hate what they did with the. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my dark mode was not working for a second. Everything was bright.
Oh shit! I should probably get into roll 20.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, so you guys are continuing onward. Is anyone proficient in survival that wants to give Hemlock advantage?
Let's see. Yes, actually.
Okay, sweet. Are you gonna give Hemlock's advantage?
Yeah.
Neve. All right.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. That is an 8 on the first one. The second one is going to be a 22.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. So Hemlock guides you guys through the terrain again, back through this kind of forested areas. As you guys are walking, the person with the highest passive, I believe, is Riven.
I got a 12.
You got a 12? Yeah, Riven has a... Okay, Riven has a 12.
I got 16.
16?
There we go.
Okay. Oh, you got 16. Okay, so Vex actually would have the highest perception check. So Vex, while you're kind of walking by, off in the distance, probably like to your, like, you know, to the side of where you guys are walking, like the trail, you notice what looks like a very small, strange, like almost like a temple looking, like a pyramid type temple. What is the correct terminology for it? Now I can't think of the name. It's
Minecraft Desert Temple.
it's like a square temple. It's a square like pyramid.
Monastery.
Something
Are
like
you thinking about the Muslim things, like the Muslim square temples?
yeah, they're like pyramid shaped, but they're more like they're pretty much made up of like bigger blocks of like, you know, rectangular stones. And I can't remember what it's called now. But anyways, you...
A mosque?
No, not a mosque. It's not that. It's I'll think of the name like eventually. It's frustrating. All my blood's going just around my body at the
Going
moment.
into your muscles.
Yeah, it's literally in my muscles.
Are you talking about like a... I don't know.
I'm hoping you say that. I'm hoping someone says
about.
it's the word. You know,
Because I'm thinking of mosques.
No. It's the like the ziggurat. There you go. It's like a ziggurat. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, if you said it started with a Z, I could.
Yeah, no, I literally didn't know until I had to like
Yeah, you couldn't
reach
remember
deep.
either.
Yeah, I literally couldn't remember how it started. But anyways, yeah. So you see like a ziggurat type of building, and you notice there are two shapes that are standing next to it, but the temple looks quite small. It's maybe about your size, but you kind of like give a passing look, Vex, as like you guys are walking. So right now it would be Hemlock in the front. You guys would start like approaching the goblin who was there, kind of assisting you guys to get there as well. Oh, sorry. It's actually it's only a few a day trip or a half a day trip, sorry, to get to this area, and then it's a 2-day trip back to the gardens where you guys are. So Neve and Hemlock would be up front, and then Vex, you know, you guys can put yourselves wherever else you like, but the people who are in front are going to be the goblin. I can't remember his name. But Vex, anyways, you kind of notice this. There are two glowing, like, not glowing, sorry, but they're like shimmering, like the sunset is reflecting off of these two greenish looking statues that are next to this small temple. And that's kind of like your initial like bypass. It's almost like you have to double take to kind of see this ziggurat.
Is it mossy green or is it like just a green stone?
So right now Vex is the only one who notices it, but like you guys are kind of walking away at the moment. So
Yeah, I take notice of it and I bring it attention to the group.
cool. If you guys would want to, so you guys figure maybe it's about 80 to 100 feet. There's quite a bit of clearing. There's not that much brush where you guys are walking into. If you guys would like to, get closer and make a perception check, you can.
Yeah, I think that'd be useful.
Okay. How close are you getting to this ziggurat?
Oh,
I'm gonna go hug it.
You're gonna go hug it?
fuck it, braving the bold. Let's just go for it.
Okay. See,
Just,
you guys.
like slowly approach. Keep our eyes open.
Yeah.
So hold on, to catch me up
What do you
here, I
guys
was
think?
trying to help my mother. We found a ziggurat and now we're approaching.
Yeah, so
approaching it,
you guys are approaching the ziggurat. You see Hemlock kind of looks curious at it. He mentions, he says, oh, that's quite interesting. It must be a relic from the Millennial War, perhaps, I think. Not quite sure. I haven't seen this before. The goblin who's with you, I will give that name in a second. Told, that's his name.
Told
Told.
you so.
Yeah. Okay, great. You see, Told kind
You
of
set
stays.
that up.
Yeah, I did. You see, Told kind of like stays back on the chair, like, where are you guys going? Don't go too far.
No.
Yeah. And this sunset goblin stays back as the rest of you head over.
Do whatever we want, bitch.
Jesus, so aggressive. So you guys walk up to the ziggurat, and as you get closer, you guys can make a perception check as you approach.
Damn.
Dang, Neve with an 8. Dude, natural 1. Vex, this is
We didn't see shit.
this is just like crap. You don't know what this is. It's just not interesting.
This is
Just kidding.
Crap.
Ubala with an 18 perception. You notice that the 2 green statues are a lot slimmer as you approach, and as you guys get closer, about 30 feet away, you guys see that the ziggurat is only about maybe 4 or 5 feet tall, but it looks like it's still made like a temple. There's a lot of stones that are stacked up on one another, and in the middle you see a staff, like a quarter staff, and these 2 statues by the
Not
side.
this time, Jay. Not this time.
These 2
Not gonna do
statues, you see these 2 statues on the side, or on like both sides. They're you guys just happen to be facing like the front of the temple. These are the only 2 statues that are like in front of one side of the temple that looks like it has like a mini set of stairs that goes up to this staff, this quarter staff that seems to be only maybe a foot long. That's kind of like in the middle of the ziggurat, or in the middle of the top of the ziggurat. The statues look like jade serpents, Ubala. Like they're still, like they're not moving at all. They don't seem to be like blinking or anything. They just shimmer with the sunset.
All right. Hold on. I'm having a thought. So somebody touches staff. Probably gonna activate the snakes. Or
I ain't touching
Or-
shit.
this could be a staff of
I ain't touching
snakes.
shit, bro. I'm touching shit. You're welcome, but not me, bro.
I'm a greedy fuck though.
Oh, okay.
I ain't risking taking some archface fucking quarterstaff, bro.
I'll-
I'm good.
fuck
I ain't gonna fuck with no archfey. I know too well what happens when you do.
Oh
no.
Who's good with arcane here? We went over this, right?
Nah,
I don't think any
I'm
one of
dumb
you.
as shit, bro. My character is dumb as shit.
I would think Leon's probably the best.
Yeah, Leon,
Yeah.
what's your arcane or arcana? Sorry. Oh, I don't think Leon. Or I think Leon's mic's not working. All right, let me check Leon's real quick. We're having yeah, Leon doesn't have. Oh no, Leon has a 5 to arcana.
Oh shit, yes.
So what are you asking?
Yeah, that's not great, but I think it's the best.
Yeah, what are you asking Leon to like do, like to look into?
I want to see if those statues, even though they're just jade statues, it seems. I'm suspicious of these statues that shimmer in the sun.
Okay, you would either have to get closer, or you would have to make another like, I guess. I mean, Arcana's just. Oh, there we go. There we go. We can hear you. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
So first off, I don't even need to roll for this. I'm just gonna cast detect magic.
Okay, detect magic. You see that the quarterstaff itself is magical. This foot long, probably a little bit less than maybe like 6-inch like quarterstaff is is very magical. It has the magical property of, I would say, I guess evocation would be the closest thing.
I'm sorry, a 6-inch staff?
Yeah, it's a 6-inch quarterstaff in the middle of this like 5 foot.
Like that's more like a wand. But
Like
okay.
half a.
No,
half a ruler.
you definitely see like it definitely looks like a quarterstaff. It is very much like the way it's shaped and made. The thickness of the wood itself definitely looks like it's made of like to be a hitting weapon.
I get a
think in this case,
vibe
it would be
check on
called
this
a
thing.
rod or a club.
Yeah, essentially. You said what now?
Dowel. It's just a dowel.
Yeah,
Can we get a vibe check on the?
can we get a vibe check? Roll me 2 nat 20s and I'll give you a vibe check.
I'm gonna
I'll chance it.
Neve, no. Okay. What are you gonna do, Leon?
I got investigation. I got D20 plus 5 plus D4 on that.
If you would like to get up close to the ziggurat and make an investigation check of these statues, or the
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna be ready, Jerry. I'm gonna be careful.
Okay.
Yeah. Standard operating procedure. Tie something around my waist.
Okay.
Approach it slowly.
Okay. It's only like a 5 foot or 4 foot tall ziggurat.
I've given myself like
Okay.
50 feet of slack just in case.
All right. What are you investigating?
Yeah.
I'm gonna begin with the statues, I think.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, could I
Holy
28.
shit.
do divine sense?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a divine sense. So that is only for celestial, fey, fiend, and undead, I think. Yeah.
It is, but it also does the consecrated area and all that.
Okay. This area is neither.
just a minute.
Yeah, this area is neither consecrated nor desecrated.
All right.
Yeah, you don't really sense any like strong evil or good. Yeah. With
Do
the
I sense anything with a 28?
With the 28, yeah, you do see that the statues of these serpents are like on they almost look like cobras that are kind of like, they're not ready to strike, but it's almost like they're in that position where like they're standing tall. Like they don't have their mouth open, but they look like they're preparing to strike maybe, but like they don't move. They don't really, they don't do anything else. They look valuable. These jade serpents, these jade cobras on each side of the ziggurat.
How big are the
Valuable.
cobras?
And the what are they attached to?
It seems like they're like just in the ground, just there. You
How
could,
big are they?
I would say with a 28, actually, like you dig up like around the ground if you'd like to get that close to the ziggurat. Like the tails of the snake seem to go into the ground, but as like you start to uncover more, you're very careful. You realize that the snakes are actually attached to the ziggurat itself. Like not infused, but it's almost like they're like just attached. Like there's like holes that are meant to be like the snakes actually fit in. I will say with the 28, you notice that as this tail of the snake gets closer to the ziggurat, it almost like shrinks. Like it's getting smaller.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that the Leon fellow is fine. I might go grab this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in. I
Okay.
got
Oh,
the rope.
All right. So you step on the first step, which for you is like a very tiny step. And
Yes.
you guys notice that as you continue walking up, even though it's not really necessary, you see Leon start to shrink and get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, this was entirely expected.
Yeah, and smaller.
does the
This
does
is
the
not
rope
my area
get
of
smaller?
expertise. I don't
Yes,
see
the
why
the rope
people
does actually start to get smaller as well. Yeah.
ruins
Okay.
and things. This is Can I just look at some plants?
Yeah, these plants
Can I,
are
pull the- can I,
huge now.
Pull the rope.
Are- Are you pulling the
pull it back?
rope?
Yeah. Like, pull
Okay.
it back.
You pull the rope.
Be careful not to fucking.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, Leon.
Oh God. Deadly. GG's. Good luck.
That's 17.
Okay, 17. So you will only take. Let's see here. You didn't go up that far, so you only take 8 points of just bludgeoning damage as like you're and as you are like pulled back,
My bad.
you see Leon is still the same size as going up. You're only about 3 feet tall right now, Leon. You see like your companions are a lot taller than you, and you are still 3 feet tall.
except me.
Oh yeah, except yeah, you're looking Ubala in the eyes right now.
Oh, my
I,
goodness.
Ubala's 3 feet tall.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, you could still look down on Ubala, but everyone else is giant now, essentially.
Still look down on Ubala. Good.
D4 plus spellcasting. gonna cast a healing word on Leon.
Okay.
1d.
If I want to pull them out, would they've gotten smaller and smaller?
If you what?
If I want to pull them out, would they have kept getting smaller?
You don't know. You pulled them out
Okay.
before you could see the rest of it. I will say with you doing that as well, the rope does snap as well, so you lose. I will say half that rope.
Oof.
So now it's like 225s. I'll say.
Okay.
But Leon, you are 3 feet tall right now.
Honestly, I'm more pissed about losing my rope.
Maybe you would need to grab the.
Gotta change your height now.
Maybe this has to do with the thing and the thing, the staff. Maybe you need to grab the staff.
One step put me at 3 feet tall. I'm assuming that I go down in size every distance of the same magnitude. Moving at that same magnitude, I never get to the finish line. The stupid fucking trick I learned in court.
What if it's a sort of secret entrance where as you get closer you shrink into the size where you're able to actually enter this thing?
How far away is the staff from us? Like starting at the base of the ziggurat?
Maybe like a. You could possibly reach for it. You'd definitely have to like lean over quite a bit.
I was thinking just lasso it.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
No, make a melee spell attack.
I have my own rope, which I care much less about. Matter of fact, you want my 50-foot rope? I'll take one of your 25s and do this.
What check do you need to do to make that
I would
the rope?
imagine X.
So yeah, you would need to first make a sleight of hand check to see how well you actually tie, the lasso, and then another dex check to see if you can actually lasso the thing.
It's
Can
not
I
my
get
specialty.
advantage if they help me?
I will say you only get advantage on the sleight of hand if someone else is proficient in sleight of hand.
Anyone else proficient? I'm not proficient, but I have high dex.
Oh,
Could I argue, despite my lack of proficiency, that because I have vehicle water, I know how to tie knots for like sailing and stuff?
That is fair. Yeah, that's a good argument. I'll take that argument.
I also have proficiency in sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Plus five.
Ah, okay. Well, there we
Okay.
go.
So,
So-
whoever has the
All
higher.
right, yeah. So,
rolls advantage?
well, it actually would be you because if you're going to help them, then you wouldn't be able to because you don't have proficient in sleight of hand. So it'd be you making the check with advantage, Vex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since
Would
you're
you
the
like
one,
me to
since
do
you're the
it
one who
instead?
insisted on doing it. So
I mean,
Okay,
I could just
yeah,
do it
I have a plus
myself.
4.
yeah, you have a
Okay.
+4, and then you have advantage because there's someone with proficiency helping you. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check first.
My friend, you must do not like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleight of hand. Alright. Let me just.
No, you have to do bunny ears.
2d20 plus 4.
Oh,
15.
thank goodness for that advantage. Okay, so 15. Yeah, you feel like you got a pretty good knot on the rope. And then go ahead and make another dex check to see if you can throw the rope into the ziggurat. And,
Come on. Oh my
with the
god.
6, you see the rope misses, and as it touches the steps, instantly shrinks. At least that half of the rope. I will
It
say
shrinks when it touches the steps.
yes. You notice as it you see it go past the snakes, relatively fine until it misses and lands on the steps, and you see as soon as it touches the steps, it shrinks.
Okay, so when it touches the steps is when it happens. So it's not when it hovers over it.
It seems like it.
Can anybody float?
I can teleport.
Can I mean this is pushing it, but wait. No, I can't. I don't have no flying speed. Let me see what I got. Dire wolf, brown bear, giant spider. What if I'm a
I have,
spider and I web it to
I have
pull
some
it out?
javelins.
You could try.
is there trees from above where I could like be like over it and
Yeah.
then like web it down and pick it up?
Well, I mean, there's a top covering like the ziggurat. That's like, so the actual staff's in like a little open, what's the correct word? Canopy
So
type.
there's like 4 pillars and it's like a pyramid. At the
Yeah,
top,
yeah,
at the
exactly.
top?
Yeah, at the top there's like
Okay,
4
yeah.
pillars that are holding up like this roof, but you know, the 4 sides are open. There's just 4 pillars and like holding up a roof, essentially.
Okay, yeah, I get the idea.
Yeah. But like the rest of the ziggurat below that is just like a, you know, one of those it's like an Aztec temple, like the square types temples.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
the
yeah,
idea.
that's kind of what I was trying to describe.
I'm
Like
envisioning it.
yeah, like an Aztec temple. And then at the top there's
What
a
if I threw a javelin at it?
Yeah, you could try. You can do that.
And
What,
magic
do
items
I
are
just
pretty
make a
good.
javelin attack for that?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead, yeah, make a javelin attack.
Damn.
Your javelin shrinks as soon as it hits the steps as well. I will say like you didn't get that low, so it only shrinks like a foot. So it will do like it'll do 1 damage die less if you use it.
So what?
So it'll do a D4. Yeah, it does a D4 instead of a D6. It's a
Guys,
small.
I can already tell we're gonna be here all session.
Yeah.
I think we should move on.
Yeah, this is the first time.
You see, Hemlock says, well, I know we want to get the staff, but I think we should be more concerned with your friend Leon. He's quite short now. He's about 3 feet.
Well,
Maybe
We
it
need
has
to-
do
that's
with,
life, I think.
I have no way of fixing that. So
Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything about the.
I mean, yes, but you know, if I don't know, I wouldn't want to go back to Valera, bringing Leon like this. To be
Well,
honest,
maybe the staff corrects the issue. We don't know what's going on here.
Perhaps. I mean, yes, I guess so. So carry on, please, but please keep in mind that this is a more pressing matter. And he just gestures to Leon.
that is why we are trying this.
Do any of you guys have a better idea than the spider thing?
We could
I
just
mean,
send Leon in
if
the
it-
rest of the way.
if we can confirm that it's just the steps, I can teleport. I don't,
But
so I
what-
might be able to.
Well,
avoid the
where would you
steps
teleport
entirely.
without touching anything and then grabbing the staff?
Yes, my friend, it could be the entire surface
Yeah,
of
you can do
the.
the whole thing.
It could be, yeah. I don't know. After what I said, if we can confirm if it's just the steps, I don't know. If
Oh, well,
that's
you know what?
just them.
I just pull out my bow and arrow and I shoot at the pedestal holding the staff.
Okay. Make
I said
a
I'd take a shot.
yeah.
on
Go
there.
ahead and make a shot. Make a bow shot.
Feeling better than me.
Can I steady? Is that a level 3 thing? It looks like. I
Yeah.
don't have it here. Oh crap. Okay.
I do
Uh,
want to keep an eye, see if it shrinks.
Okay,
when
yeah,
it hits
go
the
ahead and make a-
ground or,
yep.
like,
All right.
it's all-
Take a shot.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
13.
You're good. 13. That is enough to hit the pillar. You see, as it touches the pillar, it does shrink.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
So it's
Alright, so no
touching
teleport.
anything up there. So
You see at
Good
the
enough.
you see at the very top, your arrow like disappears from existence. You lose that arrow. Like it almost like shrinks into nothing.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
You see
Okay.
it seemed it from what you gathered, hitting things lower only shrinks it so much, but getting higher shrinks it even
the
more.
higher you go, the smaller you
Yeah.
get. So it didn't shrink in the air though.
No, did not shrink in the air.
Okay. It only shrunk when it touched the.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put some boots on some thick boots. No, okay.
The snakes as well are only maybe like a few inches away from like the first step of the ziggurat as well. And the jade snakes are maybe about 2 or 3 feet tall.
When I got some more rope, we can just.
Rope.
I'll take
Rope
one
it
more
up.
shot, but at the staff to see if we touch the actual staff, it does the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, the staff seems to be planted into the staff is like pointing straight up. Like it seems like it's like in the
So it's
like
like
the
in
like
the
yeah, it's
altar.
like in the altar. Yeah, yeah, it's in the base of the ziggurat. Go ahead and make another bow shot.
But to not damage the staff, like the tip, like the arrowhead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll break that off, so I'm just literally just like the.
Yeah,
wood
like a
over
blunted,
the-
yeah, a blunted tip.
Yeah, like a blunted tip. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make
Sure I
another.
don't damage the.
13. You
Yeah.
see it bounces off, and it doesn't seem to budge it at all, and the arrow just like falls down onto the top of the the ziggurat, and it instantly shrinks and disappears.
Awesome. Okay, so we can touch the staff. All right.
Yeah, but how do we touch this?
How
My
did-
friends,
how-
my friends, listen. Who can teleport again?
Riven will raise his hand.
Riven, yes. So my friend, how good are you at standing on small objects?
I'm not
What
very
I-
dexterous, unfortunately.
You did not take acrobatics, and okay. Never mind
I had to, yeah, I have a -1.
that. I was about to say you could teleport on top of pole. Just
That
I
ain't
guess
fucking happening.
don't sit on it.
You
I can
see,
tell you-
Hemlock is like, oh, I would be very careful. I've seen what's going on, but you're I don't know what to do here. I'm going to head and sit this one out. And you see he just plants himself. The goblin Told also goes by and just sits on like another tree, just kind of watches you guys. But please keep in mind, we need to get Leon back to tip-top shape, or else he will,
Honestly, I'm kind of fine like this.
Hey, guys, in your opinion, would you think something like a hawk would be able to be strong enough to pull it out from where it is?
I don't think so. That's probably in there pretty good.
Whatever touches the staff, you can assume is also going to be like touching the. So I
No,
don't-
we shot the arrow. It didn't shrink when it touched the staff. It only shrunk when it touched the ground.
Yep, it did not shrink when it touched the
So-
staff. It only shrunk when it touched the
And it
stone.
didn't shrink in the air either, right?
Nope, did not shrink in the
Okay,
air.
so it
So,
seems
I
like it's
mean-
only the ground that is affected.
If you can polymorph, which I think you can, can't you? Or do you have like does anyone have like a familiar or a polymorph ability?
I have the find
No.
familiar spell, and I can transform into some stuff, but I don't have the
Yeah,
something
the-
useful for this scenario. I don't think I have.
I would say send your familiar if you can, if you have it.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was
when-
thinking. But like, do you think a hawk would be strong enough to pull it? Because I don't want to waste another level 1 spell.
When the arrow hit, by the
You
way,
have find familiar.
uh,
You don't have to cast it every time. Once you have the familiar, you have it.
did the staff move at all? Like,
No,
didn't, like,
it
rattle?
yeah, it didn't even budge.
Hmm.
'Cause
You're not sure.
find
You're not
familiar
sure
is
if it was that
very
was just because of the hit was weak or
Oh, it's a ritual spell.
yeah, it's a ritual
Yeah,
spell. Yeah.
So, well, here's the thing
Oh,
too.
an hour,
It's
though,
a
fuck.
ritual to it's a ritual to cast. Once you have the familiar, though, you can just summon it. It's just an action to summon it,
Unless it dies.
unless it dies, and then you got to redo the
Yeah.
ritual. So you can just summon it now if you want to try that.
I mean, my level 1 spells ain't shit. Honestly, I just need something to heal you guys. So, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll cast find familiar.
All right.
See
What
what
is
I got
what
here.
is the familiar that you wish to?
Bat, cat,
Rat.
so,
Rat.
hawk. It's gotta be flying. So bat, hawk, raven.
I like Raven, but that's me. And
Bat,
and just
hawk,
to remind
raven.
you, and you don't actually have to cast it to. It doesn't take a slot to summon it. You can just do it. The only time it takes a slot is if you summon it for the first time.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. I'm trying to. So it looks like the hawk is the strongest.
Okay. All right. You're doing a hawk.
Which
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
probably be a strength check, and it's like the least negative, I think. Let me look at it.
It's the
Yeah, I'm
least
gonna go with
negative.
hawk.
Sweet. You summon a hawk, and the hawk appears and kind of nods to you, knowing that you are its master, and you send the hawk over to grab the staff.
Yeah.
Okay. Your hawk, go ahead and give it let me ask you, find familiar does count like as a separate creature, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
Separate creature.
sweet. Yeah, all right, yeah, go ahead and give me a strength
Completely
check for your
independent.
hawk.
Double check. I think the hawk had a -3. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me a strength check.
So let's do that.
For this case, Chair, just so you can reaffirm the wording in the spell.
Yeah, okay,
Can
sweet.
I cast guidance on the hawk? I assume so. Yeah. right? It's a
yeah,
creature.
yeah, it's not concentration, so yeah, go for it.
Mr.
20.
Ferguson.
So it's a D,
Minus
yeah, it's a D,
3
yeah, it's a
plus
D20,
1d4.
yeah.
19.
Oh, this is funny. So pick between fire, cold, lightning, or thunder.
Ooh.
I'll let you pick since it's your familiar.
Get the lightning hot.
Fire, cold. I think with my basing off what you're doing with my character, I'm gonna go with cold.
Cool,
Winter.
cold. Your hawk is able to like for a second struggles to get like to pick out this like the staff, and it there's plenty of room like in the middle where the staff, so it's not like you know it has to be careful not to touch the stone, but you see it lifts off this like 6-inch quarterstaff and drags it into the air, and suddenly your hawk seems to be able to wield this quarterstaff and use it for cold. Yeah, and that's it. You see Leon still does not grow though. But you're for all intents and purposes, your familiar has a staff now that will deal double damage to any creature that is made out of pure cold or using cold type attacks. But only your hawk fine familiar can do it. Literally only your hawk form.
Well, here's the thing too.
So what if I
A
mean,
familiar can't attack.
Yeah, nope. It is a separate creature though, so it can use it, but it can't.
can't I just unsummon it and then take it for myself?
You could try.
I want to let someone else try. I already did my part.
Okay. You see your hawk is
Alright.
like temporarily imbued with like this cold, and then like it's done being cold, and then like the staff just grows to regular size, and your hawk is actually dragged down a little bit by the regular sized quarterstaff.
Yeah, tell it to come back to us.
Cool. It's a hard for it to drag the quarterstaff back, but it just drops it, and the quarterstaff is there
Where?
in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It like laboriously just drags the quarterstaff to you.
Ooh, you could try and use it to get the green snakes or anything.
I'm gonna.
If they come out, I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, there's no encounter going on right now. I got like three other people around me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and grab it, see what happens.
Cool. You pick it
Here
up,
we go.
and you feel like it's the heaviest thing in the world. You cannot pick it up. It is not your quarterstaff.
It's not your quarterstaff.
It is not your quarterstaff.
Maybe you have to ask the familiar. You have to ask for it.
You can't telepathically communicate with it.
Yeah, you can. You can telepathically communicate with it.
You can
You
ask
just
it.
have to
I
get
guess.
permission.
Oh, that's true. You can. Okay. I'll just kind of cut the bullshit and just like you communicate with your familiar, and your familiar definitely would have gotten this message, but you hear it would have heard the voice of a creature telling it that the staff will remain remain the owner of the hawk until the hawk is killed. So the hawk needs to die in order for a new owner to reclaim the quarterstaff.
Oh. Okay. What's the hawk say? See?
Hey, hold on. Hey,
The hawk.
this is a party member.
Yeah, I will say only Vex would have heard that because it's telepathic.
Yeah.
So Vex, you know that this hawk needs to die in order for the quarterstaff to gain another owner.
It's like we can't even
Okay.
take it with us if the hawk lady.
Because the hawk can barely carry it. itself.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just guide the hawk close to us. Make sure it's within 5 feet of my friends here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pretend like everything's cool, and I'm just gonna like out of nowhere just like sneak attack, stab it in the back.
Okay.
What happened to the hawk's part of the party? bro?
Yeah, you guys just see
Oh.
Vex like
It's
just
just
kind
a
of
familiar,
gesture over
yeah,
here.
it's
And yeah,
true.
and then just like Vex just like instantly attacks the hawk. Vex, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Bro,
Oh, it only has 1 HP, man. I thought it was
yeah,
like
it has one.
I'll say make it make a like a sleight of hand or a stealth check or deception, either whichever one.
To be fair,
I mean,
It
who's gonna
can't-
stop me?
it-
I was just like morally gray. I'm just
No.
killing all
I'm just saying
familiars.
for the hawk because the hawk technically is
To
still
be-
a creature.
to be fair as well, it cannot disobey commands.
That's fair. You know what? Yeah.
Stay still.
So
All right,
you tell
still
it to
go
stay
ahead.
still,
Yeah, try to hit it with advantage. Go for it, Vex. Okay. Yeah. You kill this hawk. You see the hawk just
Pops
and
out of existence.
you see the staff start to shrink and slowly make its way to the ziggurat. very
Oh,
slowly.
Jer,
You,
you
s-
suck.
you see
Someone,
it's.
someone
you
grab it.
Oh
Okay,
my
all right, Rivet.
God.
Make a dexterity check to see if you can grab it before it gets to the ziggurat. It's not fast, but it's it starts to slowly rolling back to the ziggurat, like it's a homing beacon. Yeah. Oh.
Damn.
Riven, you you try to
No.
jump for it, and it just happens to move and in the way, just like gets out of your way. You see, it starts to head towards the okay. It's actually a dex check, not a dex save. Ubala.
sorry.
There you go. Go ahead and reroll that.
-2? No, okay.
Oh, Ubala, you grab the staff, and Ubala, you pick a element.
What's available?
So it's fire, cold, lightning, and thunder.
No acid.
What's
Okay.
your AC? I'm joking.
Nobody else is grabbing it. I went for it.
Okay.
So just those 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Fire.
Fire. Cool. Any creature that is fire type or uses mostly fire attacks, this quarterstaff will deal double damage to them. So it'll be 2d8 towards any fire type creature. But you hear a creature with a very soft voice kind of speak to you, Ubala. You are the new owner of the staff. The staff will remain in your service until you die. Have fun. And then just kind of is quiet. And you see the quarterstaff actually becomes similar to your size, Ubala, but you still can't wield a quarterstaff.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it becomes appropriate to your size.
Guys, it's gonna be an immovable rod now.
Oh my god, it kind of can be, can it? Oh, you rolled the chair. Just
So-
throw it in the dragon's mouth. Fucking watch it.
We could just like set. You could just like set it on top of somebody. They won't be able to get up. Like Thor's
Exactly.
hammer.
You just gave me a tool of
Alright, this
destruction.
has utility. This has utility.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Even if we
It's
can't-
but
fucking
Leon-
Thor's hammer, but a
Yeah,
staff.
you do see that Leon still hasn't grown.
Oh, damn.
Hit him with the staff, see if it would work.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap him with the staff.
You tap with the staff. It still doesn't make Leon grow. He's still
Go big, my friend. My friend, go big.
He's still 3 feet tall.
The staff is completely unrelated to the ziggurat.
Just start smacking harder. Like, go big, go big.
You know, at this size too, it actually probably hurt.
Well, my friend, I am sorry, but maybe we
Maybe
need to go
next time.
seek it.
Maybe some rest will.
I am sorry, my
What's the
friend. You
effect?
need an exorcism.
Nah, I wasn't gonna go that far.
So, for just encounter wise, Leon, you're technically under the reduce spell because you didn't go that far up. So your size is half in all dimensions, but everything shrunk with you, so you don't need to worry about weight unless obviously you're carrying regular items. But everything on you is to your size. You go to small, and you have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also shrink, obviously. You deal 1d4 less damage with any weapon. But not spells. So, spellcasting is all good.
It is like cold. It will go away. Don't worry, my friend. Maybe.
Why not?
Cool. So, you see Hemlock looks at you guys just, oh, are we good? Are we going to figure out something for Leon here?
I mean,
What's
It might
got
take a
anything?
little time.
I mean, I
I don't have any ideas, do you?
no.
I mean, I can't think of anything.
Well then,
I don't
Where
really
is
think
your
at all.
nearest apothecary?
Ubala, does that mean you're gonna walk now?
Leon, you bastard! How dare you speak on me? All right,
Sit on
Who
someone
will be-
else's shoulder too.
who will be carrying me and the Leon now?
I like how you volunteered Leon. Like, I don't know if they want to be carried.
He does.
yeah.
Riven,
carry
thank you for
someone.
volunteering.
I'm strong.
You say that, you just fucking claw your way up his cloak.
I mean, yes. Who else would like to carry?
I'll carry someone.
Very well, very well. You can carry Leon. Leon, do you want to be carried by this person?
Yeah, okay.
Very well.
Sure.
And Riven has given me permission by my own religion, I think. Yes. No. This is my decision. Yes.
Cool. So who's carrying Ubala? Is it Riven, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, the way I see it, they climbed up his cloak and he's just kind of looking at them like.
And then Leon is also on Riven or on Neve?
Neve.
Okay, on Neve. All right, cool. So
Leon's getting a piggyback, right?
yeah, like halfling,
Yeah.
halfling style. Although you are, your limbs are all proportionate to your size. You're just a miniature person, which I guess is a halfling technically.
I feel
Technically,
like
yeah.
halflings. Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
they're not really.
suppose.
Yeah, stoutness belongs to dwarves, I think, and then halflings
To
are
be
just.
fair, I've always imagined them more as midgets than anything. But
I think
maybe
that's-
just dwarfs because
yeah,
dwarves are
yeah.
barrel shaped.
Yeah, they're pretty much barrel shaped. But you guys continue onward for a few hours, or at least half a day, until you get back to the goblin village, where you see all the folk. These goblin folk are kind of just doing their regular thing. Some are farming, like in random spots. Some are just feeding the animals. And you guys arrive back. And as you guys continue to go forward, you guys notice that the sunrise is quickly turning into darkness as you guys approach the the encampment or the village. You see the chief comes over and says, "How was the hunt? How was dealing with lizard folk?"
We killed him.
Oh, you see, Hemlock says, "Oh, yes, they were quite successful. We dealt with them, and they will no longer be bothering you folk." And you see the chieftain kind of looks over to the rest of the goblins and like speaks something in Goblinoid, and like the whole town kind of cheers, and looks at you guys and says, "Stay tonight for the party."
Party.
Yes, stay for celebration.
Party. I've never been one to not be party goer.
Reject food.
You see the this pixie cloudy sprout kind of goes over to you guys and says, "Thank you so much for dealing with these lizard folk. They've been quite a thorn on our side. It's, well,
Honestly, they were pretty annoying.
yeah, well, yes, they were annoying for us too. So, you see all the animals come up to you guys like really slowly, like not like dubiously, just through like out of curiosity and almost in a kind of camaraderie type. They just kind of surround you guys and just like all kind of like start like bobbing their heads up and down, and you see like the pixie kind of like waves them away as they just scatter afterward, and you see the goblins start to light up a fire and start to get some like more eggs, and you can see like one of the goblins does like kill a creature and start to use it for food and meat and everything. And
Happened to the camaraderie.
yeah, no, they use these creatures for food too. And you see they start to kind of bring out their like musical instruments and start to sing and dance again very quickly. And you guys are kind of there. And Hemlock kind of goes off and does his own thing as you guys just are quickly overtaken by a festival, it seems, of a celebration to quickly or to, for taking out the these lizard folk.
Yeah, lizard folk.
Yeah. So you guys are able to just kind of spend the night, and does anyone want to do anything? Anyone want to train or just kind of
Train,
enjoy the
train.
okay, cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
yes, obviously.
Jesus.
Time to train.
All right,
I'm gonna get wasted.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna train and then get wasted.
All right,
I forget
Ubali.
exactly
That's an
what
option. I'm
training.
gonna do that too.
Yeah, that's
I'm
yeah,
training.
sure, that's an option. Yeah, you guys can train and then you get wasted later on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Is it charisma that I was training, by the way?
Yes, you are. You're on charisma, Leon medicine, Neve dexterity, Vex acrobatics, and Riven constitution.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Riven, with your just with your kind of your aura detecting abilities as a paladin, you definitely see like a creature of sorts. Like while the rest of the group is distracted and stuff, you definitely see a crow kind of fly up, and this crow kind of lands in a tree that's like above you, and kind of looks at you with like a just a curious look, and then flies like away from the village a little bit.
I'll follow it.
Cool. You like having that aura sense already can pick up that it is a celestial, and you slowly kind of follow the crow, and the crow definitely goes like maybe about 50 or 60 feet away from the village, quite a little bit of a distance, goes through some branches and stuff. You hear it kind of cawing in the distance, and you finally see it just on a lone dead branch that's on the ground. And as you approach, you see it quickly transforms into the elegant. What's up?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since everyone's awake and we're in a party, should I try and sneak away or do what?
It's up to you. You can make the decision if you'd like.
If you don't sneak away, I'm gonna follow you in secret.
So Neve has made it clear that she's looking. No, you're training and getting fucked up. So that's gonna be like a passive perception thing, if anything. I would say not even passive.
I guess I'll try and sneak away.
Yeah,
but...
I would say yeah. Everyone actually.
I have a 12,
You
so
will
we'll
try.
see what happens.
I was gonna say no. Everyone decided that they were gonna get fucked up and trained. So I'm gonna say everyone who has a passive has a -5 to their passive because you're not even like
-5,
worried
okay.
about it at all. So
I'm
All right, I'll
see.
take it.
All right.
11.
I'm gonna see. Let's see.
yeah, all right. Go ahead and make your
You're
stealth
so
check.
11. That's so bad.
Yeah,
Not so bad for me.
yeah.
do you
That's fair.
have disadvantage?
2.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
you guys notice,
Yeah.
you guys will notice Riven
Now,
just walk
To
away.
be fair,
Yeah.
Vex, this isn't the first time you've seen this, obviously.
Yeah, Vex.
Like-
Yeah, Vex. You'd be the only one who's aware of it.
Are you actually trying to sneak though? Like with that too, man?
It's one of those things where it's like
It's
I like to
bad.
imagine
Yeah, it's bad. It's just bad sneaking.
So it's one of those. Well, I think it's one of those things. The way I imagine it is like he'll try and look out and then try and walk away,
what's the
but he
term?
knows he
Like
wears
a-
armor, so it's kind of like a half-ass sneak because he knows he's loud. So it's just like
Yeah.
I'll see if I can't sneak away, but if I can't, oh well.
Yeah, he's trying to be subtle, but it's not working. But yeah,
Like an Irish exit.
yeah, like an Irish goodbye, except you definitely know he's leaving.
So yeah, I
yeah.
guess everyone sees him leave
Yeah.
this time.
All
which is
right.
Vex.
What's your passive, Riven?
12.
Oh, okay. You do notice that there is a raccoon that is following you as well.
Yeah, they can. He doesn't care if anyone follows. He
Okay.
just doesn't want to
Yeah.
drop attention if possible.
Yeah, the raccoon follows you throughout the 60 feet. And yeah, as anyone else want to do anything as you guys notice Riven leaving?
Since
Okay.
I'm wasted, I'm gonna follow.
Okay, cool.
That logic tracks. Okay?
Are you trying to be stealthy or not?
Sure.
All right, make a stealth check with disadvantage since you're drunk. All right, 3.
I also noticed him.
Yeah,
Which is
we
bad.
I will
follow.
say, Riven. Before you even get to that location, you notice that you're being followed by a raccoon and Neve, who is drunk as well.
Will it interrupt our training if we follow?
I'll say this will interrupt you getting fucked up. Actually, I'll say like you guys have already gotten fucked up, and now you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
I'm
guys,
not training. I'll
I'll
stick to training.
I'll
Yeah.
kind of stop and turn to fucking Neve and be like, "Do you mind?"
Oh, good drunken response. I can't think of one. So.
okay, cool.
Not
you-
the wagger guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just hear,
something
yeah,
like
you just
that.
hear Neve blabbering nonsense, essentially.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
You sure you're not looking for more drinks? You're not gonna find them out here. I will say, Riven's not drinking. So
Yeah, no,
he just has disc because of his armor.
yeah, I figured that he wasn't a
All right.
drinker.
I'll turn back.
Okay,
I'll go back.
turn back.
I'll grab the raccoon. Is the raccoon nearby? I'll grab the raccoon.
Yeah, you. I will say with your passive, you can see the raccoon. The raccoon rolled a 1 on its stealth check, so you can see it.
I'll grab the raccoon and just leave.
Oh, you see the raccoon starts
It's
making
like,
noise like,
"Oh, fluffy animal."
yeah, it's like trying to like get away from you, but you're too strong, and it just can't. You drag it away, and
Oh God, it's gross.
yeah. Now,
Does anyone else follow that I don't?
yeah.
know
Does
about?
anyone else follow, or is that it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you do see this crow. Oh, which is good that actually Neve followed because she took away the raccoon and it's now you and this crow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The crow followed the raccoon followed me last time.
yeah, it did. Yeah. You see the crow transforms into this elegant Shidarkai with this pale white skin and this beautiful long white hair. That's less of like the drow color and more like a pale white color. It's almost pastel. That's the word I'm looking for. Like a pastel color. You can see the beautiful armor of the Raven Queen, like engraved with like feathers and crows on like the shoulder pads. And you see Zophiel stand before you.
Riven will kneel, obviously.
Cool. You kneel before Zophiel. Zophiel just gives you like the hand gesture to rise. And he says, "All right, well, no information yet from the queen herself, but I am interested, though, on your decision that you made back there. Not that I'm judging, of course. This is all trial and error, and I'm just curious what was going through your mind."
The death of one does not justify the death of others. The only thing I did not want to do was trick them. Death is natural, and if that is the end result, then so be it.
Why did you apologize? I'm just curious.
The simple fact that we seemed we were going to help them at first. That is all.
Yes. Well, it's not forbidden to be apologetic of someone who dies, for even though death is a natural thing, we still have to keep in mind that it's not natural to everyone. And what I mean by that is people experience death and some just don't accept it. They just take it in the back of their minds and forget that death exists and just hide. And they wait until death finds them, and that's when they accept it. I just came to assure you that obviously the deaths were premature, but you did what had to be done. And for right now, these trials that you're going through, and this trial that you're going through is going to be full of decisions and things like that you're going to face. Might be unsavory, but as long as you keep the tenets, I don't see why that's an issue. Does that make sense?
Nod. Yeah, he gives a nod. He doesn't really say much, but he does give a nod. Yeah, I understand.
Yes. Now, the reason why we believe, or the reason why we consider death natural is obviously those on the extreme side of running from death. Obviously, you can run from death mentally and pretend it doesn't exist, ignore it until it comes for you. But then there's the other side of that, where you do everything in your power to avoid it, including
death.
Yes. So do not feel regret for killing those, or do not feel sorry for killing those who have a premature death, for that is also natural.
He'll shake his head. It's like, as I said, there is no burden on me from killing them.
No.
Purely the fact that we were seeming as if we were going to help them beforehand. That
No.
is all.
Yes, of course, yes. A little bit of, I wouldn't say treachery, but a change of heart, for sure. And you made it clear to them, which I am grateful. And you did show quite a bit of honor in doing that, of giving them a chance beforehand. So I do agree with that stance. But, this whole political side of the Feywild with, the humanoids and the non-humanoids and the Fey, it's all curious. And, it's funny that everyone has all this rules and laws and what is to be and not to be. And then when death comes, it means nothing. But that's a conversation for a different time. Anyways, I just came to give you my opinions on it, and I'm still keeping watch, although you may not see me. But I am here.
Be sure to take your words to heart. You'll give him a slight bow.
You see, he gives you a nod. I look forward to your trials continuing, and perhaps you could, meet the queen. one day. But for now, she has not given me given us any information. And I will let you know as soon as we know what's going on. It seems that she's still in talks with this being, whoever it may be. But that is all I have to say. And farewell. You see, he quickly just turns into a crow and caws a couple times, and then it flies off.
All right. He'll sit down, put his glaive in front of him, give a small prayer for that night to the Raven Queen. Maybe about, a minute or two. And then he'll stand back up and start heading to the camp.
Cool. You head back. Everyone's drinking, enjoying themselves. Soon it is time for everyone to get some rest.
I want to tell everybody how I train for my charisma.
Okay, how do you train for your charisma?
I stare at myself in the mirror and talk to myself because only I can charm myself.
Cool. Yeah, great.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just being stupid.
Just your narcissistic self. Anyone gonna keep watch, or are you guys gonna let the goblins do it? You do see there are like a couple goblins that kind of take shifts. You guys saw that the last time you stayed.
I'll let the goblins do it.
Cool.
Yeah, with the animals and the goblins and all them, I'm sure they can handle it.
Yeah, cool. You guys get some rest, and those of you who take meditation are able to meditate for the full 4 hours. And those of you who have 8-hour-long rests, rest until the sunset. As you guys wake up, Leon, after a full night's rest, you are back to being full-sized.
Yeah, that's right.
God bless.
So Leon is back now to regular sized, as it seems to have worn off. And the rest of you guys are... The rest of you guys are up. The goblins are up. They...
it's a good thing it didn't shrink out of existence.
Yeah, yeah. And
I have a fun story.
I'm just gonna tell you guys that you could have probably just leaned over and grabbed the staff. That was like the intended answer to
Alright,
you.
if you would have made like a diagram or something.
Yeah,
it would've
I
been a
tried to
lot
I tried to
more
describe it
helpful.
best
Like,
as I could.
I couldn't like visualize like me
I think-
grabbing the staff.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I had the size wrong in my head.
Yeah, no, the ziggurat was only 4 or 5
it's
feet tall. It's not wide. It like I said, the serpent, the jade serpents were only maybe like a few, like maybe a foot or a few inches
Sure,
away.
I was having PTSD.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Honestly,
that.
Yeah.
it
I
gave
thought
me
it was like
PTSD.
an actual big temple. That was like,
No,
okay.
no. Yeah, I said it was small. Like it was a small temple. That's why the quarterstaff was small, and you literally
I
could
see,
have you could have just leaned over on one of the jade statues and just grabbed the staff. But
I just,
you know what?
Jared just really wasn't interested.
Yeah.
You know, with the PTSD and everything.
Yeah.
Should have tried
what
to break
I
off one of
thought-
the statues.
Yeah.
I should have done.
What I thought happened was it was the big ziggurat, and that we are looking into a door, and as we're looking down, it shrunk down. That's what I was thinking.
No. It was literally just like a full, it's almost like a mini model of ziggurat. That's how I should describe it. Anyways, live and let live. Live and learn for me as well. I'll try to describe shit
treason,
better.
then.
It's treason. But you guys are
I'm like
up.
a very visual person.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard because I prepared,
Yeah.
you know, several encounters and
I
shit. And it is
Yeah, makes
randomized too,
sense,
so
makes
definitely,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I just put a puzzle in, so like a little puzzle. So, but
Are you complaining?
yeah, you know what? Neve dies
How
of a heart
dare you.
attack at night. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
They die of alcohol.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they OD'd on something
Move
that a
on,
goblin
guys.
gave them. Yeah, you guys wake up. Hemlock kind of gets you guys all together and says, "Well, we should be returning to the gardens then, shall we?"
Yes. Let's.
All right.
Guys,
Let's
you
go.
don't know how bad I want to burn down this entire forest.
Jesus.
Dumb ways to die.
Yeah. So you guys immediately start to travel towards. It is this is the 2-day trip that gets you to the gardens. You guys.
And, do we eat breakfast there? So we don't
Yes,
use a
yeah.
ration
You
like
guys don't
that?
need to use a ration. You get all your HP and spell slots back.
Wait, does that mean we're using 3 rations?
No. It's just one ration per day. We're keeping it still PHP, but
Which
2 back from the
Yeah.
to
Which
the
Yeah,
village.
yeah.
end
2
up-
days for the village.
Yeah, we'll end up using 2
Yeah,
as we travel. But it's
So
yeah,
how
one
many
ration is a whole
rations
plate.
should I have right now?
I mean, I don't know, man.
How many does everybody else have right now?
I have 6.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay.
But I also didn't take any of the berries or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've just been
I don't
using
think Neve
rations.
ate berries either.
No,
Actually,
I'm good. I'm good. We're good.
I think it was just Leon and
I've been keeping
Vex.
good
that-
track of it actually. So I
Yeah,
don't. So I'm
my-
good at 6. I'm good at 6.
Cool.
Take it.
But yeah, you guys continue on your trip towards the gardens. You guys head back north towards the village of the Red Wheat Village, and yeah, you guys continue to walk this 2-day journey. Let's do Leon. Can you roll me a d20, please? Three. Go ahead and roll me a d12.
All right, let's go, Travis.
Let's go, Travis. Let's go, Travis.
7.
7.
Cool. With the 7, as you guys continue to go towards the village, you guys don't really encounter anything. You just, you guys just happen to have a good person to kind of guide you guys, which actually does remind me I do need to get these survival
Where's the
checks.
ambush?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, ambush out of nowhere. No, yeah, it's pretty smooth sailing. You guys don't seem to encounter any like weather or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna roll a survival check for Hemlock. I'm assuming one of you guys is helping him. Whoever has survival.
Is the
Um,
goblin still with
yeah.
us?
No, he stayed back at the village. Let me get,
Okay,
let me
I was
get rid of
asking.
him.
I was
Yeah, don't
confused because I
worry.
had the fucking token
Goblin
was
Goblin
outside.
died of alcoholism.
Good.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
That
Yeah,
one.
not my problem.
All right, 21. Hemlock does a fantastic job guiding you guys back towards the gardens. After your 2-day trip, you guys are, finally head back into the gardens where you see Hemlock. And you see this time Valera is not in her armor currently. She's just tending towards the trees and some of the flowers around as you guys head back. Let me get everyone together. Sweet. But yeah, you guys are back in the gardens. You see these beautiful gardens, and as you guys continue forward, you see Hemlock goes up to Valera and he says, hello, Valera. Yes, these folk were successful in their endeavor in helping these sunset goblins, and now they've god damn it. Yes, they were successful in helping the goblin village Barkrest, so they should be more inclined now to trade with us and such and things of that matter as well. You see Valera kind of looks up, says, oh, wonderful. You see she looks at Hemlock, says, go ahead and let my Grease know what happened, and give her the good news, and I'll talk to these folk here. And Hemlock goes off and heads towards the village. You see Valera just in regular, looks like commoner's clothing, no armor on this time. You see she says, well, so you all were successful. Wonderful. How did you deal with the issue?
No.
The lizardmen wanted to kill a great beast of the forest. Something that we were advised may be a spirit. So we ended up killing them to prevent any unbalance.
Oh.
Other than that, they were not going to leave.
You were evil.
So
I tried to suggest that we would not kill them, but I was outvoted.
you suggested we led them to the beast and then let the beast kill them. It
No,
is
no.
difference.
They
don't really
they knew where
listen
the
to you,
beast
so-
were. We would help them hunt, and then
They probably didn't even know where it was. They did not seem.
they told
did
us where
not
it was
s-
at.
Yeah, but do you think they would have been able to get there? They were kind of
Yes.
dumb.
Even then, my friend.
You
I
see,
said-
you see
Yeah,
Valera
okay.
looks at you, Neve, and says, well, it's hard to tell out here what is truly evil. I mean, perhaps maybe that animal could have been a scourge, or perhaps have the sickness. But I mean, who's to say?
What was it? Like a giant
It's like a
elk?
like a
Moose?
moose. Yeah, like a moose. Like a moose made out of like vines, essentially.
Can I
Like
ask her about it?
yeah, you ask her about it. I'll make her a check. I'll make her give a check. Let's see if she knows anything about it. What is it? I will say it's either going to be history or nature. Give her nature because she only has a +2 on it. With 20, you see, she says, I mean, I've heard of creatures who are made out of wood. They are said to be the natural beasts of the Autumn Court and are sometimes said to represent the essence of the court itself and listen to it, essentially. And it's almost as if the courts are each separate types of Mother Earth, and they speak to these creatures and tell them what to do.
And what would happen if one was killed?
Well, I'm sure it would upset a balance of some sort, and perhaps you would be hunted, or perhaps the forest itself would have attacked you, but who's to say?
Okay. Just make it sure.
Yes. Perhaps you would have freed some creature that was trapped by this beast, or who knows? But
See? Yes.
Regardless, the choice have been made.
yes. There's another thing that we have to talk about. It seems that my plant friends have discussed with me that one of you have went into the gardens.
Everyone just looks around because he didn't do it.
What?
Who else went in the gardens?
Wait,
I did
sorry.
that?
Somebody went into the gardens.
Yes, someone went into the gardens and went into the lake.
Pretty sure. I think it was, I'm not saying this.
Yeah, I
think it was
know.
Leon, wasn't it?
She just looks at each of you like, would anyone like to confess that they've gone where they weren't supposed to?
Out of character, I legitimately do not remember. I have no idea
I'm sorry.
what I did.
We weren't allowed in the lake area. I thought we
Yes.
went into the garden to take care of it.
No, you are to stay out here, and you went to the outskirts of this area, not in the lake.
All right,
It
my
wasn't
friends,
me.
who went into the lake? Come on now.
It wasn't me.
Better
I
to
don't
take
know.
your spanking now instead of later.
Ribbon will kind of move to the side and just stand over here because he didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like slowly back up and be like, I have no idea.
You see, she just sighs and like, you
I'm gonna roll
all-
insight.
Was it me?
No, it was Leon.
Oh, okay then.
But Leon's not
then
saying
it's me.
anything, so I'm just gonna. So he just doesn't know. You see, she sighs. She's like,
Mm.
"Well, whoever it was, please stay out of the gardens. They're meant for a singular purpose, and that's only for me to know, and the village. I'm surprised you're not dead, whoever it was. So, be fortunate."
So she doesn't know. She doesn't even want to like.
No, she doesn't seem to be like. She's more surprised that whoever went in there is actually like alive.
Can
Okay.
I insight check that surprise your dead part?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Because I'm curious if that's just her trying to keep us out. By
Yeah.
saying that.
18. You can see she is serious.
Okay.
To the extent you're not sure. Leon, hearing that, would obviously remember that he almost drowned in the lake. So, but
I'm not particularly willing to
yeah,
take consent.
but she seems to be like, just as long as you don't disturb the garden or the lake itself, it's quite spiritual in a sense. This is a religious site, I would say, but not religious as in the sense it belongs to a god, but in a different sense. So, but please,
Traditional, I suppose.
yes, please make sure that you stay away from the gardens, please. That is my domain, and that is where I tend to them. And I would actually be curious what you saw in the lake, whoever. But for now, take a rest, and we will speak to my Gris maybe in a few hours, and perhaps to see if she has something else in store for you.
All right, with that, Ribbon's gonna go sit up on the rack.
Cool. Yeah, you sit up on the rock. You see Valera goes over towards the this little patch area where a tree bends down again, picks her up, and puts her back on top of this like little rock formation where you see she starts putting on her armor.
What does she wear again? Isn't it like light armor?
Yeah, it is actually. I believe it's. Let me look to double check. Why did it do that?
Or like leathers or something. I thought it was pretty light.
Yes, it is leather. Yep, it is leather armor.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's leather armor. Yep. I told them I could have swore it was chainmail, but it's fine. It's leather armor. Yep. But anyways, yeah. So you guys are free to do what you'd like.
Training.
Sweet. Yeah. Neve immediately goes to training. Sweet.
Train.
Yeah, I'll fucking train if I can get some time in.
Can I fight somebody? I don't know. Change it up.
Yeah. Would you like to fight someone? I mean, who do you want to fight?
Sure.
I could train acrobatics, dodging as he's trying to
Everyone
hit
wants
me.
to fight me.
Are you doing like an actual like 1v1 or are you just wanting
Yeah,
to
like
just...
a regular old 1v1.
No. You're not about that life, man.
Yeah. Cool.
You ain't
You
that
know
guy,
what? Yeah,
bro.
I'll fight him to train him. He's a barbarian, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Or she
Yeah,
is.
He's the only one who could probably
Yeah,
test it
she
on.
is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
What are we
All right,
starting? 30 feet apart?
Yeah, all right, let's go ahead. Vex and Neve, roll initiative.
Should probably put yourself where you're on the maps first.
I'm assuming. Yeah.
How are we?
I
Yeah.
assume 30 feet apart standard. So.
Yeah, we'll do standard 30 feet apart. So, okay. So, Neve got an 11 on initiative. Vex, what is your initiative? 15. Vex, you start first.
All right. Bonus action. Turn into a dire wolf.
Oh,
That's
shit!
fucked For real.
All right.
At level 2, he can bonus action into a wolf?
Hell
serious?
yeah!
As a
Level
moon,
2?
as a moon
do a
druid.
dire
Let me double check as a moon druid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Moon,
Level
yeah,
2
moon,
to
Level
a dire
2?
wolf?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so. Yeah.
moon
No
druids
wonder they're
specialize in wild
nerfing
shape.
druids in 1D&D, bro. Jesus.
I feel like they're nerfing them too much, but yeah.
They
I
are.
agree, but...
Well, to be fair, moon druids are the one. They specialize in wild shape.
Yeah, that's
their
their
whole-
this
thing.
Is true, this is true. Damn, that's crazy.
Dire wolf.
that's-
Jesus Christ. All right, let me get a dire wolf in there.
When you choose this circle at second level, you gain the ability to wild shape on your turn as a bonus action rather than an action.
Wow.
Additionally, while you transform by wild shape,
All right,
you
I'm
can
gonna.
CR1 creature. Dope.
CR1 creature. I don't know the scaling of it.
All right,
now, so-
you have control of the wolf Vex, so that was your bonus action.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go at him.
Okay, you see this large ass wolf come after you.
Bro, you're about to get your ass whooped.
Go ahead and make it an attack.
Dire wolf. All right.
Yeah,
So
that-
let's see what I got here.
Yeah.
You're not even raging yet.
Oh,
He's
no.
All
I was
right.
hoping I would win the
For a bite.
initiative, but...
Yeah.
ain't gonna end well for me.
We're just watching on the sidelines. Is fucking what's her name watching?
Yeah, Valera is watching actually.
Ooh, man, wow.
Ooh, not one.
Oh, you
Wow.
miss. The wolf
Yeah.
misses. And I only think it gets one attack. Yeah.
Yeah, only one attack.
Sweet. You see the dire wolf like chomps at you, Neve, but you're fast enough where you're able to just get away, and it misses. Neve, you are next.
Alright, so I'm gonna rage, obviously.
Cool, sweet. Put a section rage, and what else are you doing?
And then I'll just make it my greatsword attack.
Okay, go ahead and make it a attack, please. Oh my god. Yeah. Sweet. So that's going to be
damn, I need a
8,
calculator.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13 points of damage against your direwolf. Your direwolf starts with 37. So 37 minus 13.
18, 20. Okay.
Jeez. Anything else?
But no, that's it.
Okay. So now it's Vex, you again. You have 24 HP.
All right, 21.
21 hits.
Okay, hold up.
Uh-huh.
So for circle forms, it says blah blah blah. You can use your wild shape to transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as 1. What's the challenge rating for a direwolf?
1.
One.
How is the challenge rating
It's
for a direwolf
1, dude.
1?
It's
You
1,
gotta
dude.
think. Challenge ratings are
That's
rated as if it's
insane.
meant for a group, not
Yeah.
one-on-one. So in a one-on-one
Yes.
case, moon druids are real.
Yeah.
strong.
All right. Roll your damage,
Wow,
Vex.
that's-
You
that's
clomp onto
insane.
Neve and like bite her arm, and just start shaking like a pit bull.
What's the damage? 2d6 plus 3. If the target's a creature, must make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, 2d6 plus 3. Yeah.
And a strength save. Let's go.
Nice strength save.
Yeah.
Alright,
Not the
so
other
that's
Oh,
1
you have
damage.
advantage because you're
advantage
raging.
on
Yeah,
strength
so
saves,
20. All right, he passes, but you take 12 points of damage, Neve, halved
Okay.
Halved, yeah, 6.
to 6.
Okay.
But you're not prone, so you're fine.
Okay.
Your turn, Neve. Yeah, Jesus. That's gonna be
Damn.
15.
15,
No, 16.
16.
16 points of slashing damage.
So that would be 8. Okay. Alright,
Yeah,
I go again.
you have
Is there
8.
any way to do this faster? No. I'm just gonna keep typing.
I mean, you can just roll d20 and add.
Oh
Nat
my
1
God.
misses. Jesus. Okay. Again, moves out of the way. Go ahead, Neve. You're up. 8 misses. So that misses. So, yeah, Vex, you're up again. 12. Does a 12 hit you, Neve?
No.
Okay, misses. Neve, go for it. You're up again. 8 misses
Damn.
too.
Damn, you both are just swinging.
Yeah, I know. You guys are like having like this intense combat where you guys are like swinging,
Oh.
dodging. Oh, what is that?
I think it hit equal sign instead of plus.
10
How's it going?
misses.
Oh, there we go. 10. Yeah.
Misses.
All right, there we go.
That
So that's Jesus. That's 17. That's
17?
okay.
Damn.
So you
So
lose. That's
11.
yeah. So that's 11 to your original form, and I'll put your original form down.
Alright, then it's my turn, right?
Yep. Let me just change you real quick because you are no longer wolf form. There you go. It is your turn again. Oh, you have 2 wild shapes. I forgot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so here's the thing. He's just gonna do it.
Are you
again.
gonna do it again? Just
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he pissed me off. I'm bonus actioning into a brown bear.
okay. All right. I'm gonna get a brown bear.
Now it's serious.
Not serious.
Alright. I got a
They get
plus 6 and I got
multi-attack
2
too.
hits. Yep.
Oh.
Alright, so this is the bite.
All right.
Miss. And
Miss.
this is the claw. Alright, bro, I'm gonna stop
Miss.
typing this shit. I'm just gonna go for an attack. Alright, that's my turn.
All right. So the brown bear tries to swipe once. That's gonna miss. 8s, dude. What is happening with this, guys? Brown bear has 34 HP.
Alright,
Bite hits.
finally.
Damn.
And
Fucked
a
up, bro.
claw. Nice.
Okay, so that's 18 points. Halved.
No, that's the
Oh, that's the hit.
attack roll.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay. All right. So those 2
fine.
hit. Yeah, those 2 hit.
Alright, so damage for the bite. 1d8 plus 4. And for the claw.
Okay.
2d6 plus
So.
4.
All right. Yeah. We'll just tally it up and have it. Oh.
Ooh.
So
Damn.
16 plus 9. What is that?
Disadvantage.
That's 25 halved. So you take
Oh,
12.
12.
Yeah, 12 points of damage, Neve.
Okay.
Yeah, 12. Ooh. Getting some chunks off, getting some chunks in. How's Neve looking right now?
Yeah, how's Neve looking?
I gotta imagine even for a barbarian, they're probably bloodied, yeah.
Okay, 19 with the great sword. Sweet. You take 14 points of slashing damage as a brown bear. So you're 14. You're down to 20.
20.
Yeah. All right, brown
Oh.
bear again. How much how much HP do you have, Neve?
8.
You have 8. Okay.
They're bloodied.
That rage is saving you.
I know.
That's 12, probably a miss.
12
and then
misses.
the claws.
19. Okay,
25.
claws hit.
It's
This
a
is in
2d6
right here.
plus 4.
Okay, 13 halved
Or
to
six.
6. So you got 2 HP.
Yep.
Are you critical?
Oh god. 22 definitely hits Neve, so you take 16 again.
16, I'm at 4.
Damn, is that 4. All right, bear again. This is a slog, dude. Slog fest misses with a
Punch me,
12.
misses.
Bite.
Come
Misses.
on.
And this is moment of truth. The claws.
Oh.
23.
Let's see how much damage.
Yeah, let's see the
Relentless
damage.
endurance.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
that's...
you can't roll low enough because static. So.
11. That's
11 half to 5.
5.5 to 5
So
damage.
Neve, you go down, but then you come back up because of relentless endurance.
Oh.
As an orc. Go Neve, it is your turn.
Relentless endurance, baby.
Oh shit, he got it. 8, 9, 10. 14 points of damage to the bear.
14.
So
14?
yeah, 14.
So, I'm at 1.
Oh, like a human form one?
At 1 a human form.
Oh,
But I'm up.
so sad,
Bro, this is
dude.
so
All right.
close.
All
You
right.
still up?
All right. You're still up. What do you yeah, it's Vex, it is your turn again.
I'm praying, bro. I'm praying right now.
I can't risk.
Oh,
So what's relentless endurance? Is that like con
That's a
save every
one-time
time he
thing.
gets up?
It's only
That's
once
No,
a it's a
shit,
once a
I
day
just come
thing.
up 1 HP.
Yeah, he
Oh,
goes.
man, I'm sorry. Yeah,
He will
alright,
get something like that at barbarian levels, but he doesn't have it yet.
I feel
Yeah.
like this is a cheat win, but I'm not risking it. I'm just gonna cast Thunder Wave. You automatically.
Oh.
That's crazy, actually.
That's
I just like blast your eardrums.
Dang. So you get like blown back 15 feet after coming unconscious. You are resurrected by your allies, or just like brought back from unconsciousness. And you guys spar with Vex being a very close winner, but very close to
Bro.
losing as well.
Fly, your character's a fucking monster, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Got
you
a dire wolf, a brown bear, and me.
I
You-
killed a direwolf, a barbarian, and you. Yep, that's right.
You, if you rolled anything but a 1 on your damage die, Neve, you would have got him. But you rolled a 3 and a 1 on your last attack. That's
I
crazy.
could have had it. I was so
Yeah,
close.
that's insane.
Yeah, man, you rolled high damage through. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it all adds up. Neve's
That was
carry.
awesome.
Double barb, dude.
Double barb's gonna go crazy. You know why? Because I'm taking Path of Wild Magic and Totem Warrior. It's gonna go insane.
Dick. Totem Warrior, what a
No, where my damage kicks in is if, like, 1-to-1 combat, I'm not good. But if, like, there was, like, if you're within 5 feet of an ally, then I could add my sneak attack on top of the.
Yeah,
At least on
barbarian
one
as
of them.
well.
What would work. But, yeah, damn, bro. I'm not messing with your character ever again.
Yeah.
Ask Riven to fight. I'm not fighting anymore.
That's
you're
crazy
hurt.
though.
I mean,
that I
you're
burned
one
through
at-
2 wild shapes.
Damn.
I mean, you're at 1 HP. If you want to fight, I mean, I could,
No,
punch you,
I'm
but-
good.
Nah, I'm
sleep,
winded, man.
sleep.
I'm good.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually
That's
care
awesome.
about fighting enough to do it.
So, out of curiosity, how did Valera seem? Like, did she seem impressed by any of the abilities I used? or anything?
She seemed entertained for sure. More than she's like kind of shaking her head like, like psh, like children essentially, like, she seems
Whoop her ass.
yeah, she's very much like not really impressed, but more like, this is funny. Or kind of, funny and childish at the same time. That's kind of her her look. But she is just kind of like enjoying the show.
Damn, I can't wait for level 3.
Yeah.
Damn, Neve rolled really
Oh, yeah.
high
level
attack
3 is
rolls.
nice.
Yeah, dude, those are crazy. Yeah, you rolled 8 constantlies too. That was crazy. Like
So,
you definitely.
Jared,
What's
I
up?
need a quick clarification on something.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I already have half damage or whatever. And if I take Bear Totem,
You'll take
It's
half.
all but-
You'll take
it's
half
all but
damage.
psychic.
Yeah, you'll take half damage from everything except psychic.
right? And then
It doesn't.
Totem
It doesn't.
like,
It doesn't
how
stack.
does that
It
work?
doesn't. It doesn't stack. So it won't do
So
half
it's like,
of half.
So it's like one or the other type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like.
So it's like Destiny. You can't have 2 exotics.
Well, I think the way I would look at it is you just take the most powerful one.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have Bear Totem, it automatically overrides.
Yeah.
like,
It
the
over.
normal
Yeah. It
resistance
overrides. Yeah. It overrides the regular barbarian one.
Okay.
So
I see,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once you get Barb Totem and you rage, you'll just be resistant to everything except Psychic.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely busted, I just want to say.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you guys rest up. You'll take a short rest or whatever. You get your HP back. It was just a sparring match, so you don't lose anything permanent. You guys can bring back your wild shapes and shit. Because it was just a sparring match.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm good.
Yeah, but after seeing you guys spar, you see Valera comes down with her leather armor, and the tree kind of guides her. She says, "Okay, let's go ahead and see my Grease and see what she has to say."
We're in the stand up.
Cool.
Oh, so-
All right. Yep. You guys are. You guys continue to walk towards the village, and you guys enter the village. Very similar, except this time, you head inside the village as you guys enter the Red Wheat village from the east.
I start slaughtering the town.
Jesus. Yeah. But you guys see
Eric,
this
can I do one quick thing? Just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, because of how I fought. Flight. What's your character's name?
Neve.
Neve. Okay. After I fought Neve, just because I'm curious, I want to like roll the coin, not roll, flip the coin and just get like an outcome. Was like, what would happen if had I fought Riven?
Okay. Roll a D100.
What was your highest roll? Actually, out of curiosity.
His highest roll was
Because
like
most-
22. I think 22 was the highest.
25.
Because
Oh,
25.
yeah,
remember-
your AC is ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, most of your attacks would have outright missed.
You feel like you would have won. You feel like the fortune says good.
Ooh.
Good fortune.
All right, my coin just called you a bitch, Riven.
All right, I'm back. Take it to the test.
But yeah, yeah.
Come on, take the paladin on in a 1v1. See
Yeah,
how that
I know,
goes.
right? Yeah, dude, those smites, boy, woo. But
Oh, you
see-
got smites already? Oh shit.
Getting
Hey, you
promoted.
gotta think. I have sorcerer spell slots. Paladins normally get 5th level smites at 17th level. I will be getting them at 9.
Yeah. But yeah, you see Valera guides you guys to the kind of like the leader house, essentially. This is very similar, like a longhouse, very much like a Celtic longhouse. And you guys go up and head to the front, where you do see like there's a bunch of mikening guards and kind of standing guard, and you see they move out of the way quickly. You see the village is kind of pretty much just scattered with like a bunch of forestry, and there's like a little tiny mushroom garden in the middle, but you do see like these houses are made out of thatch and wood, and as you enter you see this old the same old kind of wrinkly looking mushroom woman, my Grease, who is kind of there, just kind of looking at you guys. Looks like she's might be blind, but you're not sure. And she seems to look at you guys and says, "So, I've heard that you all were successful with helping the Sunset Goblins."
Right.
Meow.
Look up the movie.
Meow.
Yeah.
You see Valera is there and says, "Oh, this one speaks. I don't know why she's meowing."
You have no fun.
I figured that, but so the Chosen have made their first treaty with the Sunset Goblin Village, and you see Hemlock is kind of like walking like nearby as well. He seems to be kind of inside after just kind of giving his report. You see he kind of gets a little wide-eyed after hearing that that you guys are the Chosen.
I was gonna say, did the gardener know we were the chosen?
Nobody knows.
No,
Like, we
nope.
didn't tell
I don't think we
anybody.
mentioned it because we were told not everyone would like it.
Nope. But
Yeah, we
you
did
see,
not tell anybody.
you see, my Grease continues. And she says, "Well, then, perhaps there may be hope yet."
I'm gonna stand separate from all of them. I'm not involved with this. I'm just a guy.
yeah, yeah. You guys do actually take notice of that. That Ubala does stand a bit away when she says that, as if trying to separate herself. You see, my Grease continue says, "Well, it's wonderful that you all have done this, but obviously more tests are needed to be done before you're proven true
More?
chosen. Yes, more.
True chosen. What do you mean true chosen? What does that mean?
To make sure that you will not run off and flee like some others did." You see, she.
I mean, I think I'm staying at this point. Like, where else am I gonna go?
Well, you could choose to go off and do something else. The strength
But,
of the
like,
chosen is
But, like,
unheard
why
of.
would I do that?
I do not know, and I do not
Like, I've
wish
already
to.
killed so many people. This is great.
I do not wish to continue arguing with you.
I've already killed so many people. This is
Arguing.
fucking great.
Yes. So you may.
My friends, let us speak.
You can be silent now, or I will have you kicked out.
Fine.
I have
fine.
one more question.
Yes. What is it?
Since we've proven ourselves, do we have the right to get some new, I don't know, some more rights here in the city? Like, can we live here instead of out in the wild?
No. You will continue to dwell in the gardens and be on the watch of Valera. And you see Valera kind of looks a little like, what?
Man, fuck you, bitch.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm assuming you don't say that out loud, Neve.
Yeah, I say that like under my breath. Like, nobody can hear me.
But you see, my Grace continues and says, no, Valera will keep watch over you still. We have yet to trust outsiders.
I have one question then.
Yes, speak your mind.
Will your test actually be something fruitful? I mean, no offense, but gardening is an interesting test, I suppose.
Yes, it teaches you humility, and it seems that you all have not learned that yet.
Oh, this is true.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what that is.
I do not see myself.
Yeah,
as
I don't
above
really
others.
subscribe myself to moral philosophy.
My friends, continue to listen and just get the next quest and get on with your damn life.
No, I'm curious. Why do you consider yourselves already superior after one thing? Was this trivial for you?
The others may speak for them, but I have never considered myself above others.
It sure isn't an intellect.
I'm a scientist.
You
I'm
see,
just here to fight.
That's all Ribbon says. He's like, he doesn't really consider himself that. He just
yeah, you see,
Those
you see her like the eyebrows that she does have. Not like eyebrows, but like it's almost like you can see like the thick, similar to like hemlock. You can see the eyebrows, but they're not like hair. They're just kind of like you know,
Facial structure.
yeah, facial structure.
Yeah, I
you
know
can
what
see
you
it's very
mean.
heavily, very
I know
heavily.
them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
like
them.
yeah,
I
the
know them.
eyebrow structure. Yeah. You see, she furrows it and almost seems very frustrated and says, "Very well then, if you seem so confident, we shall send you then to our current issue, and we will have Valera assist you in meeting with the centaurs and dealing with their issue."
I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
Ugh.
diseased, I believe. Wasn't it?
Yes, it seems that they are going on and burning some of their tribes in order to get rid of some of this disease, and we will see how you deal with that then.
Gruesome,
Sounds good.
understandable.
Better than
reality.
tending gardens.
You see, she kind of looks over at you guys, just still very like. She wants to slap you guys, but she's like so old that she
Hey,
can't.
man.
You know,
I haven't
you-
done
Wait,
anything.
she's
I
so
haven't done
old she
anything.
can't?
yeah, she's like you do see like she's stayed in one spot. She has not moved from the spot she is currently at, like since you
Wow.
guys met her, and then since like onward, she stayed there.
She needs
Look,
to stay in her
man.
lane. Okay.
You see,
Look, man, I haven't done anything. All right.
no, you see, she like still has like the you could see face like very. It's very obvious that she definitely like is frustrated with you guys. She says,
Yeah, can I get an insight check on her?
"Yeah, make an insight check."
I'm not feeling it.
20. Yeah, she's mad at you guys, or at least some of you. But she seems to count
Probably
you guys
not
as a
me.
group. Like
who is she not mad at? I guess.
I mean,
out of
like
curiosity.
she just kind of she's the least mad about at you because you said your piece and you've been quiet essentially. Like you're the quietest one, I guess.
Fair enough.
And she's the maddest at me.
Yeah, for
I don't know,
sure.
I've been supporting her. I don't know what you're talking about.
You do.
She just doesn't understand my way of life.
Jesus Christ.
God, Grandma, it ain't a phase.
Yeah. You
It's
see,
not
she
phase.
looks and says, "Well, if you can go ahead and try to take care of the source of this disease at least, or see what is going on with the village, then perhaps they will look favorably upon us. For now, they are very quite upset with us, which means they might be upset at you and they might attack you. And I will warn you now, you will not kill them. Is that clear? You will not start a war. And if you do, you will be exiled and we will never speak of this again. And you will go on to live your lives and be hunted by whoever is going to hunt you. For now, you stay in the protection of the Red Wheat Village, away from the wild hunt, away from the warrior of sorrow who hunts you even now as we speak.
It's not a fun time.
No, this one can tell
What
you.
about an infected centaur? Is that an extenuated circumstance or no?
Well, I'll let you talk to them and let them decide.
Right.
Yes, let us not say one thing and then do other, and then it ends in murder again.
All right, it was a group decision, Ubala. Let's get over it.
My friends, I'm not gonna get over that.
Regardless of their bickering, do you know the leader Centaur's name? Someone we could perhaps get more information about these diseases. Infected. Or is that
Yes.
something we'll have to figure out anyway?
Or maybe a
No.
name in good standing of amongst these people, at least. Sorry, I mean, like, what I'm saying there is, like, I mean, like, a name that we can use to, like, to drop if we,
No,
if we're
yes,
talking about it.
yes. The leader's name is Abastam.
Boston.
Abastam.
Abastam. He is
Anybody,
the leader.
like,
Yes. Oh, what were you saying, Purple?
I was saying, anybody, like, that we can name drop from this village, possibly, like, if they ask, like, where we're coming from? Can we use memories?
You see, she looks at you,
Like
says,
these?
"You know my name, don't you?"
Just making sure you're in good relations. I don't know about you.
Well, they seem to be upset at the fact that we've denied their, at least assisting them. But now, since we have you, and you are so sure of yourselves, we'll send you over there and see how you can deal with this problem for now.
Yep, sounds good.
Very
I'm
well.
ready. I feel like in the last expedition, it feels like we strengthened and leveled up in a sense.
What is that?
Did you eat some wild fey fruit?
You see, all of you give me a charisma check.
Just straight charisma?
Just straight charisma.
The naked with the -1.
I'm a charismatic guy. What can I think? I'm just a little guy.
Oh, it's a save. My
Let me
bad.
get that increase to my charisma.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, that
It's-
feels
it's
about
the
right.
same.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Come on, guys. You're dragging me down.
So 22s. All right. It's 50-50.
Flip a coin. Or do a D100. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a D100. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes it even better. You see, she says, on second thought, Valera, you may tend back to the gardens. These folk will no longer require your services. Hemlock, you will go guide them to the tribe. You see Valera's like, but I was, you see she says, do not argue with me. We've given you a home. And now you must go back to your work. Now. And Valera starts to kind of walk back towards the gardens, a little bit frustrated. And you see Hemlock says, oh, I don't think I'm actually suited to... And you see Marguerite kind of raises her finger to kind of silence him. I've given the order. And if you all die, then you all die. And
Hey, that's kind of rude.
Did it seem like Valera wanted to go?
Yeah, it seems like she was prepared, at least.
I'm gonna finally get away from the garden.
You see, Marguerite continues, says, Hemlock, you know about the whereabouts of where the tribe is. You see Hemlock says, oh, well, I know slightly of where it's at. And you see she says, there. You all can figure out a way to get there, since you're so... Yes.
For the fairness of the people, your decision is yours alone, but if Valera wanted to go, perhaps she knows a way. No need to force Hemlock into unnecessary danger, especially when he's so loyal to you, yes?
Well, yes. But it seems the rest of your comrades are so confident that,
I do not know why you bring me into this. What
well,
are you? I don't know.
are you not a part of this troop?
Kinda.
Well, there you have it. So for now, you suffer the consequences of your allies for just being...
Come on, Madam Magrice. It was mostly Neen. I forget. I
I'm
apologize
sorry.
for the
I'm
word.
sorry.
I apologize for the way he was speaking.
Yeah, well, apologize. I'm sorry.
You see, she looks at the
Yeah.
guard. You see, she looks at the guard and says, "Set them on their way. I no longer wish to speak to them."
You
You
my
see,
friends, you've
Okay,
done
I
it now.
get a little rash.
you see, these guards start to send you guys off, and you see Hemlock looks quite worried. He seems a little scared, and you guys are forcefully shunted out of the.
Before
Village.
we leave, I'll
Yeah.
kind of look at her and be like, perhaps we are not the ones who need to learn of humbleness. And then I'll take my own leave. I'll take my own leave after that.
Yeah.
The guards trying to push
Cool.
me out or not.
Yeah, you
Alright,
just
there you
shake
go.
them off. Yeah, you guys exit, and you see Hemlock kind of looks at you guys and says, "Oh, well, I would be happy to show you to the tribe, but I'm going to be quite honest. I'm not quite familiar with going outside that far."
We should sneak that person out that I totally just forgot the name.
Well,
My friends, we do not have to
Rosie.
sneak her out. We do not need to get her in
let's
trouble.
not talk about this in front of the guards, shall we? Or at least in the village. Let's go on towards the gardens and see what Valera has to say.
Once
I-
we get a
Oh,
little
yeah,
distance, I'll
yeah,
probably say
yeah,
like,
let's
listen, we
go.
could just ask her the way.
Yeah.
Or we could try and
Yeah.
convince her to come along with us. No one needs to know.
If somebody visits the guarding, they'll know.
We can handle that when it gets to that.
Yeah, we can handle that when we get to it.
Well,
These get
that
the
could
right
have gone far worse than I thought it would. I actually thought we were about to get a better slap on wrist.
Yeah, Ubala, you're pretty rude. I don't know what came
Yeah,
over
like
you.
I don't know what you were doing in there, but what the hell?
As Ubala sips her wine.
I was gonna say, to be fair, now she likes me very much anymore either.
No, I think you were the worst by the end.
But yeah.
Hey, the bitch should have stopped running her mouth.
Jesus Christ.
She needs to learn something, bro.
You guys head back to the gardens.
It
With
literally says in our tenets that we punish the fucking non-humble. It's like, bro.
To be fair, you guys started being rude at first.
Well,
not.
you
I'll-
know, these
I'll
people
defend
are
the
asking
party
a
of-
lot
look,
of us.
she-
It's just
she was
kinda
not-
like,
She was not nice, but I will defend the party that she did not be, she was not nice either.
you see, you guys head back to the gardens after a few hours, which you guys know you have probably a few more hours before night falls, before the sunset turns into darkness, and see Valera there just kind of tending to, just the trees and around. Actually, she would probably be in the gardens this time. Yeah, she'll be on top of the water, just walking, just tending to the gardens with the trees closed off.
Meow.
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 You
Like
see,
a Markiplier.
Hemlock looks to you guys and says, I don't know if we can convince her to leave. She knows that
Convince her to leave is one thing. Ask for directions is another. I'm not gonna walk up to the guard. I won't walk in, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna walk in.
yeah, I
Walk
mean
up.
you literally can't walk in because the trees do bar the path. Like they are
Oh.
grown in different ways, but yeah, you do yell out.
Tell that to my green flame blade.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll kind of shout out her name.
You see she turns back and says, "Yes, I see you haven't left yet."
No, Hemlock is not completely confident in the directions. We're wondering if you know, even if it is just pointing us in.
Well, it's a little complicated. You have to go through a crossroad, and I'm familiar with the crossroad to get to where they are at.
Did you try to explain it?
So for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with the term crossroad, Leon would know this, and Ubala, you would know this. Hemlock would know this. Neve, you would know this too. So the only one who wouldn't know would be
Vex.
Riven and Vex.
Is that just because we're not?
Yeah, it's because you're not from the Fae, but everyone else have lived long enough. So crossroads are essentially a invisible doorway to a different part of the courts. So it could be this the crossroad in a autumn court could go to the spring court and vice versa. But the more common ones are, different sections of the same court. So, a crossroad in the one part of the autumn court could lead to another instantly. So reducing travel by quite a bit. And usually these are made by fairy folk who kind of make their own roads to travel very fast distances in short amount of time without having the what's the correct term? Inconvenience of, casting spells using so much magic. Instead, they can just keep a art or fae who are strong enough can just make doorways there. And usually they are just so nonchalant about it that they just forget to close them and they stay open forever. And so that's kind of consisted of over the years, many
It's
different
just built
crossroads.
up,
Yeah, many different crossroads are there. Those of you who are from the Fae, I guess give me a intelligence check or history. Yeah, history check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, 19 for Ubala.
That's fitting.
All right. So Ubala, you would have remembered this, but fairy folk can actually detect any fairy folk can detect the crossroads. Whenever a fairy folk gets close enough proximity to a crossroad, their wings will start to glow according to the court they are from. So it'll essentially they're a beacon to where the crossroads are. Other than that, crossroads are invisible. They're straight up. You cannot see them. You cannot hear them. They're just almost instant. It's like a blink of an eye. You're in a different area. But
So you know where they're at, or you're a fairy.
yes.
You know who has stuff for this? I bet the lizard folk do.
I mean, you guys searched them. You didn't see anything significant.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say we
Yeah.
Yeah.
searched them.
I think I talked to you about this with a trinket or something.
Yes.
Like
No. Yeah, you did. But unfortunately, yeah, you guys didn't find anything. But you do know some of these crossroads are a doorway, meaning you can go back and forth as many times as you like. I mean, you might get sick and throw up after doing it so many times, but some are permanent, like one way crossroads.
Ooh.
So if you cross one and you get into a different area and you can't go back, that one you'll find out then if it's a permanent or a doorway, a two-way. So, but that's essentially what crossroads are, just made up of many fairy folk nonchalantly using their magic to just travel to great distances and forgetting that it's there.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And so you see Valera continues and says, well, I know where the crossroads at, and since the centaurs they don't live in the Sleepy Branch Forest, they actually live in the Hollow Woods. Since they prefer most of the more dead wood, they can use sticks and stones and make their villages from, they love to put up their spiked walls, and I honestly would say sometimes the centaurs are worse than the Mycadin folk in their phobia of letting others or outsiders in, especially those with two legs. They seem to always hate the two legs. But anyways,
Shit, I got 2 legs.
I
Yes.
have 4 appendages.
I have 4 legs.
honestly, yes, you well, I mean, you might be considered too small for them, but we'll see. I cannot go.
Hey,
I
they
were
can't
to-
discriminate against size.
Oh, they can, and they will.
You do
What
not
if I
need to
shape
pass
into like
through.
another animal?
I mean, I guess you could turn into a horse. They value horses quite a bit.
Would they not consider that a mockery?
No,
Would
That would be
you-
mocking them.
no, they would consider. Well, I guess if they knew someone was
How
transforming
do
into a horse.
centaurs feel about horses?
I mean, they know they keep them in high esteem, almost to a religious point. But they're, I don't really know the in-depth religion or the culture of the horsemen or the centaurs.
Imagine if you kept a headless human as a pet.
Yes, they probably would keep you as a pet. I've heard of instances of certain tribes of centaurs keeping slaves, so it's not uncommon. But they don't treat them as bad as the other ones. Like minotaurs will do horrible things to their slaves, and lizard folk, and
I imagine to them they are nothing more than spare rations.
So the lizard folk are evil.
Well, I mean, they are lizard folk. It's in their nature to just be aggressive and violent. I would call them that, but some may call them just creatures. Just bipedal creatures who just live among the worlds, and they are not natural to the Fae. So, but in your world, or I guess the material plane, where assuming you're, well, I guess not. I guess you were born here, but from some of the other, from where they're from originally, they're considered natural creatures.
They should stay there.
Well, regardless of the races and the racism of races, do you know where this? Could you point us there?
Well, as
Or
I mean,
lead us yourselves, if possible.
I can't leave the gardens, unfortunately.
Could you draw me a map?
I perhaps could try, but I mean, the only thing I can give you is a landmark of sorts. It's a spiral tree that this crossroad is near, but it's not near in the way, in the sense that it is. I haven't been there in quite some time, man. I could just tell you now. I think it's. Let me actually look at my map real quick. Yes, it's due west from here, so you'd have to walk a few days west. You'd see a spiral tree, but I'd be careful. There are, I think, a couple clans of shifters that are around, and maybe even there might be some lizard folk who might be roaming. But I'd be surprised if they're from this far. But mostly, you have to be careful from the shifters. I don't think you understand how much this Feywild has changed. It's any outsiders who aren't naturally Fey folk, or even those who are close enough, which, I mean, your Elagian friends here might be fine, and even Hemlock might be fine, but an orc, and I don't know what you are, gestures to Riven. But
Shadar Kai.
yes, so you definitely will not be welcomed. But the three of you, and I actually not quite familiar with your kind, Ubala.
Oh, I'm just a cat.
Yes, well,
That's it.
well, if you're not a Fae, then they will not like you either. So, humanoids, or I guess non-Fae and Fae, seem to have a history, obviously. So I would just be careful who you interact with. But due east here, there's a crossroad. You just have to find the spiral.
West.
Or west, sorry, thank you. I misspoke. Yes, due west of here, there's a spiral tree, and near there is there's the crossroad. But other than that, I can't really get more specific than that. And it's been some time since I've been there.
Is this tree larger than simply spiral?
I'll actually have her roll a history check.
If
You
this
see-
is large, we might be able to look out from it from your perch.
You see, she is like, well, it's been years. That's where I came from, was that crossroad, and I found my way here, and I was fortunate enough to do so.
It's okay, my friends. I got it. All I have to do is say, meow.
I was about to say, like, that's great. That did not answer my question.
I don't recall it being large, but I can't remember. It's been so long. I think it's
Well, it is unique, yes?
it is unique. Yes, you'll definitely see it. You'll know it's there. It's unique.
Very good, very good.
Then, if you do not remember, perhaps something that may reveal itself. Do you mind if I use your tree to reach that perch that you normally do?
Well, yes. I mean, of course. You see,
That's a
she.
yes. He's gonna go.
Yeah, she she tries to run after you. Like, she opens up the gate real quick, closes it. You see the tree doesn't like bend down for you, but it just sits there, and you see she like runs after you. Like, you have to give me a minute to command the tree, and she's a little out of breath after just sprinting towards you after you just walking there. You see she just gestures for the tree, and the tree bends over, branches, and you see a place where you can step on and hang on, like the like a trunk or not. Yeah.
If the tree just lifts me up like on a branch, could I get higher than the perch?
No, the perch seems to be higher.
Higher. Okay, I'll get up on the perch, and I'm gonna look out towards the west. Is there any like notable trees that are spiraled?
Make a perception check.
Uh,
14? No. You
No.
see just
trees.
similar
Just
trees. Yeah, you see like the same like orange, red, like some yellowing, like just green, and then just all just a vast like amount. This is like a large kind of miniature region area. You see, she says, "Well, if you would let me explain, I think it's maybe about." I would say maybe about 4 or 5 day journey to get to the spiral tree to the west.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step on the branch again.
Cool. She gestures it to go down. It goes down.
He'll
And
give her a nod and be like, thank you. We use that.
yes, well. So if you all are planning to heading out there, just keep in mind that the centaurs are not very open to communication. They are quite aggressive in their negotiations for anything.
Great.
Well,
You know what that means, my friends?
using the excuse that we are there to help cure their sickness may
Can
bring
you
them to reason.
can you cure their sickness?
Maybe being sent to find out. See if we can try and help. I
Probably
cannot
not.
promise that we can, but I can cure diseases. I do not know if this one will work, though.
Huh.
We're all going to die.
Well. All right.
It is something we should at least investigate. See what we can learn.
No, that's fair. But
Have less risk than any of the people here do.
well, as soon as you
Considering you
Oh,
say,
yes, I'm sorry.
nah,
One more thing. When you get past the crossroad, from there you're on your own. I'm not sure where they keep their tribe, so you'll have to keep an eye out. Hollow Woods is a little bit more aggressive than the Sleepy Branch Forest. So there are creatures out there that might wander in here, but they're a little bit more, how do I say, hybridized. That's mostly thanks to the old wizards and artificers that lived before in the Millennia War, just with their callous experimentation. Creatures that are left over.
I see. Well, thank you for the warning.
Yes, well, I wish I could go with you, honestly, but my grace has given me a command and I have to listen.
My Greece should learn to take her own words.
She is very aggressive and an old creature, but she's lived for I would say about 3 or 4 centuries. She's quite old, and I think the age is starting to get to her, and she now worries about her folk, about her people.
Just curious, do you truly have to? You have no choice, or?
Well, originally I was going to have Hemlock tend to the gardens, but someone does need to be here. And if I'm gone and she finds out, which they will check on me, they say that I'm integrated and that I can stay in their village, but I never feel welcome there, and that's why I just stay out here.
Doesn't sound like much of a life. Why not just hang with us? Be a hero. You seem like a more adventurous type anyway than just tending gardens.
Well, because unlike them, I actually have a very good communication with these gardens. I've done something that they haven't been able to do before. I can speak with these trees in a new way. They have their own druidic types over there, but
Are you on drugs?
no, I'm not. Actually, I'm just very well in tuned with nature and these.
Fucking hippie.
Yeah,
Friend, that is a very rude question to ask.
But I am able to actually read these plants and see what they mean. You see, she points over to the large, glowing, purple, like bluish death flower. You see, she says, each of those flowers over there, they represent the autumn court of sorts. Yellow for the. Oh, actually, I think I actually made this chart real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it?
But
Oh,
my
yes.
friend, you should
You,
definitely not
yeah.
ask if people on drugs.
You see, she says, yes, the yellow is the start of the reaping of the harvest. The orange flower is part of the harvest and the preparation, or the harvest completion and preparation. The red flower represents the hospitality and the festivities that would come from a completed harvest. And as far as I can tell, the purple flower means the beginning of the end. The sign that the harvest has ended and winter approaches. But obviously in the autumn court, it's like that perpetually. It's constant. But the sickly purple flower being greater than the rest means that perhaps it has something to do with the end? I'm not sure. I haven't interpreted that yet, but I'm still reading these flowers and trying to figure it out.
That is interesting thought. I mean, it could be sure end of times. It could be end of disease. It could be end of something.
It
else,
could.
but not times.
You wondered what whoever snuck in there saw. Perhaps it's related to what someone sees.
Maybe.
What do you see?
Yushishi's like stands like a little quiet and gives like a 1,000-yard stare. And you see she's like just staring at the garden and the flowers itself through the trees. The trees have kind of closed up the path, and you see she says, "I've actually never taken. I haven't been inside the lake. I've always been above it. I was warned by my Gris that the lake did actually have some sort of strange ability, strange power, and that I was never to go in there. And I would die
She's
if I
probably
did.
lying.
I would die
Honestly,
if I did.
I would have waterboarded myself again if I had a chance.
Who said she's
hey.
lying?
So you're the one who went in there.
Yeah.
You see she has a slight smile. She says, What did you see in there?
I'm a scientist. But in one word, ruination.
Bill Nye the Scientist.
Huh.
I don't think that it's going to mean anything. It's in the past.
Maybe not.
Perhaps letting others look, or looking yourself, may reveal what the flowers mean.
Well, I mean, I don't have that kind of ability. I can't just look into people's minds, unfortunately. So if you feel like it was nonsense to you, then that's how you interpret it. Then I can't really do much for that. I'm not a true
nonsense. It's just not useful.
Oh, well. I'm not a prophetess, so I can't really say one way or the other. So even if,
I mean,
Perhaps consider letting others look in.
you could be a speaker.
perhaps I could speak for the flowers, but I mean for right now they haven't said anything of direct contact, if that makes sense. They've only given me signs. Yes, sure, vibes, yes. But they've
Well,
only,
if they give you signs and vibes, you can speak on them to other people
You
and
can
then use them
vibe
as
check 'em back.
yes, but
as use perspectives.
yes, but that's just based on my interpretation.
Well, I know gardener.
My Grace know of this ability you have?
Yes, and she's never asked me to interpret for the gardens before. She's just made me tend to them. Or not made me, but she's asked me to tend to them.
She's just old. No.
I am no gardener, but perhaps looking in there will reveal more. Sitting idly often does not bring one something. It mission does. Perhaps consider looking in yourself or letting others look in, tell you what they see. Maybe it's different for every person. Maybe not.
Perhaps.
Never know until you try.
Perhaps you're right.
We come back and there's just a corpse floating in the water.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that for a second too, like, what? No, just kidding. She goes, well, I mean, I'm just a gardener. And I don't view myself as a prophet. I just know that they speak to me and they wish to be tended to and protected. And I feel at peace with this place. It's why I prefer to stay out here than in the village. Well, that and a few other reasons, but I feel I have a connection here.
Well, it is your life to live. I'm gonna look off towards the west. We should probably leave.
Yes, well, I mean, nightfall will happen soon, so I don't know if you want to stay here before you all leave.
I'm not accustomed to this hot sun.
Yes, I know. It is sunset at all hours until the few hours at night. But it is going to turn to dark soon.
I would not mind resting here. This coast has been pleasant so far.
Thankfully, the benefits of having the courts is that they are consistent, if not anything. But yeah, you guys are able to kind of rest here.
I'm gonna take a swim.
Okay, yeah, you drown instantly. You just dive through. You see Valera goes back, opens up the trees. The trees move for her, and then they close back up as she walks on the surface of the water and starts tending to the flowers again. You can see she's just like, almost like a that musical instrument where you just like wave your hand above it in order for it to like play anything. Yeah, that. She's doing similar to like the plants, and they seem to like sway and move to like the direction of where her hands move.
I kind of watch her. Does she ever seem to contemplate what I said, like looking in herself?
Make an insight check.
Because I want to look in too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. 12. I mean, for her, you seem there's a little bit of confusion and a little bit of like, I don't know if that's like my place. You know, I don't know if that's where what I should be doing. A very
gotta be that curiosity.
Very much, yeah. There is curiosity, but there's a lot of what is it?
Hesitation?
Is it inconfidence or what's it called? I can't remember. Yeah, hesitation. There's a lot of doubt.
Just you're saying like lack of confidence?
Yeah, lack of confidence. Yeah, that's the correct phrase I want to use. Lack of confidence. There's a lack of confidence. It seems like she's been mostly used to just kind of tend to this area, and this area looks beautiful. Like it's magnificent, and it seems to be well kept.
I really want to look in that water. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you can if you want.
I mean,
I want a little
pissed.
I want a little taste.
A little,
a little drug trip of the magic pond.
Yeah. I mean, but
Honestly, it was fun. I just wanted.
However, I'm in very heavy armor.
Yeah. But you do see, like, she does think about it, but that level, that lack of self-confidence is definitely what's like inhibiting her to like fight it. It's like her fighting her own feelings. But yeah, you see, she just goes back to tending the garden.
Curiosity, could I fit between the trees? I'm not actually going to go in.
No, you cannot. Yeah, you cannot fit through the trees. You'd have to climb over the trees, or the way would have to be open.
I mean, I can't teleport as long as I can see.
Yeah, you can.
So
You can splash in there if you want. Just...
I'm not going to, at least not while she's there. I'm just so curious what I'd see.
All right, who was asking about if she was on drugs and stuff?
That was
Neve.
Whoa. Mid conversation, like, you on drugs?
Neve, you about to get smacked?
Neve has a talent for pissing people off.
You see, Hemlock says, yes, well, so we'll be heading tomorrow first thing at sunset, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna start.
Sunrise.
No, I mean, I guess the sunrise lasts for maybe about an hour or so before it goes back to sunset. But yes, I guess so.
Oh, did she give us a direction, by the way?
Yeah, westward.
Yeah,
Okay.
west, but that's really all we got.
Westward spiral tree. Got it.
We try and convince her one last time in the morning to come along with us.
I mean, yeah, if you want to talk to her, I don't see why we couldn't.
Yeah, tell her Hemlock will take her place and it'll all be fine.
No, I'm just gonna go like the confidence angles. Like, hey, you can't be any less useless than Hemlock. I mean,
Hemlock?
Dude,
Bullying
Yeah,
Hemlock,
done.
dude.
You're all done. Jesus Christ.
clubbed to listen
You're
to
all done.
Hemlock just goes by himself. He doesn't hear anything, but yeah, obviously you're talking amongst yourselves. If you'd like to talk to her in the morning, that's fine.
I mean, I'm sure we could try again.
Okay.
I mean, who has the best charisma here? Because I need someone who can talk her into it, and then
Give
I'll
him
cast
minus
guidance to help
and
out.
I have -1.
Probably Riven, honestly.
Riven's a paladin, so that's one of his main stats.
But I don't think Riven would do that. Maybe, I don't know. It's up to Riven.
I mean, I'll talk to Riven. Like, hey,
Okay.
Riven, listen. I think
I
our
mean,
best bet in
what's up,
being
bro?
successful here is having her come along with us. I'll cast guidance on you so you can have a more persuasive tone or something. But
What's your plus to persuasion?
I plus
Yeah.
5.
Oh, I got 6.
Ooh.
And I
Ah,
can
just went
actually,
ahead.
I have an ability that would help me in this actually, if with the +6.
I also
have a-
wonder if we should consider who she likes. I don't know who she likes the most.
I think Neve is out.
Yeah,
Neve's
no,
out.
Neve has a talent for pissing people off.
I have a -1 to charisma anyway, so.
Leon's -2. I'll just. I think my best role is just to give guidance to
mean-
whoever does it.
I mean,
I'm
I
probably
wouldn't-
pretty neutral.
I wouldn't be terrible at doing the talk, but I wouldn't be great at it because I'm just like really, really off-putting.
You could probably talk. You probably couldn't make the roll though.
Yeah.
So I have a feature with me because I'm an expert in persuasion where I can re-roll my check.
You
so
should
if
do
it's
that.
bad.
Okay,
And
so
if I
the
have
best shot would be with you then.
Oh yeah, you got luck of the paw.
Yep,
Yeah,
got luck of the
luck of the paw.
That's
Yeah,
literally what we called it.
If we go by
That's
pure
great.
mechanics, yeah, Ubala would probably be. the
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
that's what
let's
Ubala
do
got for
Ubala.
being a double rogue.
All right, but I'd say that we talk about it as a group, and then try and come up with the best angle to approach the conversation, so we get the best chance.
Just flag her down and.
Well, to be fair, I do believe I instilled a little bit of uncertainty in her already today. Not
I think I'm
necessarily
pretty
about leaving,
neutral.
but-
But like Riven, do you bring up the fact that you sense like a lack of confidence in her?
Yeah, do you
Here,
play
tell
to
you
her
what.
emotions?
Tell you what, roll a persuasion check to convince him,
To convince you to be
Ooh.
part of the conversation?
because he's
Gotcha.
not gonna go out of his way to change her life if she doesn't want to, unless you can convince him to.
I'm gonna guidance myself here.
Or honestly, even if you just have a good argument yourself,
Well, I
If you-
mean,
if
my
you can
argument
convince
to
me as a
you
player.
would be, hey, I think our best chance of success in this mission would be to have her along with us. And even the one who set us on this mission agreed before, but we probably just angered her and decided not to have her come along with us. Is to make it a hindrance on us as like a punishment of some sort. So it's to my belief that our best chances of succeeding will be having her along with us. Plus, she's the only one that actually knows where to go. I really don't understand why you're bringing Hemlock anyway.
I was gonna say Hemlock has
Yeah,
no
he's
fucking
not
clue
really
where
gonna
this
do
thing is he?
much.
Hemlock is just there to die.
Yeah, he can watch the gardens. He knows how to do that.
Also, isn't Hemlock susceptible to the disease himself?
Yes, he is.
She's not.
Susceptible?
She's not. Yeah, because he's Fey.
Oh, susceptible to the disease.
It
Sorry.
targets the Fey, yeah. That's why I was kind of like, it will probably be safer than most people because they're not true Fey. Is she true Fey? She looks more elf-like I do.
Yeah, you would figure like she is some sort of half elf. Like she doesn't have like the drow eyes, but she definitely has like the hair and the ears.
So she herself wouldn't even be considered a true Fey, would she?
You would imagine not, if that's not her bloodline.
Then the disease probably wouldn't affect her. At least it wouldn't target her. Because it's made to target Fey, if I'm correct, yeah?
Yes, yes, it is.
I kind of look at Ubala. Is there any known cases of this disease targeting or infecting non-Fey people?
Ubala, make a history check.
Since Ubalas are kind of guide, that's kind of who's going to default
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
If
Oh,
she
I
if
was
she
on the
doesn't
wrong-
know, I will turn to Leon because I believe Leon's been in the Fae for a while as well.
Yeah.
I've been in the Feywild for my entire adult life.
Okay, then yeah.
Same.
You know, also,
so
like, literally tutored.
okay, so then yeah, it would be directed to either one.
Okay, so
Because if
Leon.
you've been
Yeah,
here
Leon,
long
you can
enough-
give me a history check.
Yeah, totally.
Because Leon, I mean, he knows. what's going
I'm not actually proficient in history. I didn't
on. No, but you gotta have a better intelligence. than most
Okay, yeah,
humans.
sweet. Yeah,
Ooh.
you guys aren't sure. You're not sure at all.
It is hard to say, my friend. It sometimes you're just not lucky enough to encounter it, I guess.
Diseases are living things. They're unpredictable, just like anything else. Make the jump if they need to, just like a human can adapt to it. But it's rare. We only really got like mundane diseases because we have so many animals.
I see. Well, thank you both regardless. I'll give you both a nod for trying to assist him in what way you could. I'll kind of turn back
I don't
to.
really like you, but yeah, I'll take the thanks.
He seems unfazed. He will.
Wait, did
turn
Leon
back
say
to
I don't
Vex.
like you?
Yeah. Leon straight up said, honestly, I don't like you.
Hey,
Well,
you know,
okay,
it's
damn.
And there was no reaction. He's just like, all right, and he doesn't acknowledge it. He just turns back to Vex.
That's hilarious.
we got people asking, hey, you doing drugs around here? So it's not really different.
I kind of look to Vex and we can try and talk to her. She seemed uncertain herself of her own.
It just needs a
Confidence
little
in
bit
the
of
world.
persuasion, and we have a silver-tongued silver cat here.
Silver tongue is one way to put it. She
You
seemed
flatter
unconfident.
me.
She seemed unconfident of her own abilities. If you
Well,
want to
we'll
try and
play
use
into
that.
that.
to her-
Talk her up, Ubala. Say that she looks like a strong warrior, with an adventurous spirit, and I don't know.
Yeah, bro, riz her up, riz her up.
I think it'd be odd if you got rizzed up by an actual cat.
Jesus.
Are you trying to woo her?
Who's he looking? Who are you
Who- yeah,
looking
who are
at
you
when ask
asking?
her that?
Anyway, I think it's Riven at this point.
She's attractive, but that's not my goal.
Aha! My friend.
Oh, you must understand, dark elves, drow, they're not too dissimilar from me. Shadarkai and drow are similar in appearance.
My friend. Let me tell you, I
I can't
find
even
you
see
the
you, honestly.
best of
I
wine.
don't acknowledge your presence until it's proven like it really hasn't been.
That's right. You've never taken off your armor.
No, no one. Everyone knows he says he's Shadarkai. No one's actually seen him.
I mean, if you're saying it, I mean, why? You don't really have a reason not to say it.
I mean,
I
not that you
guess.
know of.
Yeah, not that I know of. My friend, let me tell you, I will find you the best bottle of wine. Or I can make somebody make one. That would work. No, you don't want
Wines.
candlelit dinner.
Honestly,
How is
no,
wine involved?
I would taste the wine, but not as wine.
I mean, I feel like she would like Teresa.
Alcohol's kind of lost.
She is nature orientated.
My friend, do you want me to set you up with dinner or no?
As I have said, that is not my primary goal. But thank you.
I'll take you up on that offer. I mean, wine, food.
Me? Oh, you want to take me? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I
sure,
was
why
laughing.
not? If you're offering wine and food.
Yes, yeah. Once we find wine and food that is good, then yes, I can do this.
All
But
right,
until
so
then,
we all
I have
agree
to-
you're gonna go and try and talk to her.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you want me to tell her?
We okay. I'll come
Join us
along with you.
or else.
But
Hey.
just to make sure you don't say anything.
Just say
You
join
perhaps
us
you-
or else.
Yeah.
Oh
Neve,
my
perhaps
God,
we need to
Neve.
work on your
The
conversation.
second plan is to kidnap her. Just straight up. I mean,
Yeah.
I will not partake.
We are not kidnapping.
Oh. Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, that should never have been an option.
It's not kidnapping. I'm just taking her without her
Nah,
permission.
yeah,
It's
fine.
the words that count. You guys are saying it wrong. I'm not
It's
kidnapping at
the
all.
fucking the mushroom isn't listening, is he?
No, he's on his own. You guys are by
No,
yourselves.
he's cool.
He's on his like own area. He's just staring up like at the moon.
You all do as you will. If she follows us, that is her choice to make.
So
Or
I'm
not her
just
choice,
simply
Dave agrees.
asking.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this,
Cool.
Ubala. We got this.
All right, you guys head to bed. You see she walks back to the tree, and you guys get some rest, and we'll talk to her in the morning. A new day.
Training, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Just official.
Training. That's right. Yeah. Training.
Yes,
Training.
All right.
Hey, Vex, do you want to train?
Rations. And
Uh,
rations.
I have a feeling I already know the outcome of what would happen if we'd fight.
What is that? You believe in your coin? You
Maybe.
All right.
My monitor's turned off. Damn it.
Sweet. All right. So you guys train and you guys rest. And as you guys wake up, the sunrise, actually, no, it would already be sunset by the time you guys wake up, or at least for some of you. Some of you would have had the trancing and would have woken up right as the sunrise starts to hit and then quickly goes into sunset. And the rest of you, whoever takes a long rest, will wake up when it is sunset again. You guys are up and you see it seems that Valera seems to kind of wait and just kind of does something up there where she rests for a few hours before before coming down. Pretty much every time you guys have rested and stuff, she's just doing her own thing, and then she puts on her leather armor and comes down and from the area, and I'm assuming either Ubala and Vex intercept her
Yes.
to speak. Okay. Yeah, you guys intercept her, or at least catch up, and then she says, "Oh, wonderful! Are you all ready for your journey?"
It is possible, but we have questions and possibly opportunities to offer.
You see Hemlock is kind of like talking to the rest of you, just kind of like a little nervous for sure, and just kind of like trying to hype himself up to make him give himself some courage. But you see Valera says, what's the question?
Well, to put it plainly, it's are you sure that you would not prefer to go on your own? Who's with me again?
Vex.
Vex. Vex. What is what I am looking for?
Why wouldn't I go on my own?
On your own. If
Come
you want
along
to
with
go,
us.
we want you to come along with us. But of course, it is your choice. I just had the feeling that you would prefer to go, and since you are a free being to do so, you are not chained here.
I mean, who would tend to the gardens?
The guy,
Leave Hemlock here.
can he take care of the gardens?
Well, I mean, yes, he knows how. He just... I'm not sure. I was ordered by my Grease to stay here.
Yes, my Grace is sure she is leader, but she does not. She's not like your master with leash in hand. You wanted to go, and you would like to help the. She's gonna motion to everybody else. The chosen ones, I'm assuming, to restore the balance in the Feywild.
Well, yes, she's not my master, but...
I did not call her your master. I meant like master with leash, like
Oh.
pet.
I mean, no, I'm not her pet. I'm just... The village respects her words, and I also respect her words, and you see she's like thinking about it. Make a persuasion check, Ubala.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
helping.
I try and give her advantage by saying something?
What would you like to say, Riven?
He will kind of look over and be like, I'm sure my Grease has her best interests in heart, as rude as she can be. But she must understand that to successfully complete a task, you must outfit your soldiers adequately. We have no clue where we're going. With
All right.
your help, we could make it there and make a difference.
Yes. You can make difference here.
Regardless of her orders or not, is that not truly what we should be doing? Helping people?
You see, she looks on the ground, like looks at the ground, and is definitely like thinking about it. Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage, Ubalo. Oh
Yeah, never mind.
my
Nice.
god!
Oh
As Ubala turns her head back, gives that weird cat thumbs up with a wink.
Perhaps you're right. I feel like I want to stay, but there is something going on, and I need to figure out. Perhaps I can figure out how to read these prophecies, or find someone who can. Perhaps I can find someone who actually read the flowers and understand what they're saying. Because, to be quite frank, I don't. I just know what they say. I just don't understand what they mean. And if I leave, and I will be in quite a bit of trouble if I go. And
We'll be sure to try and take the fall for you. I believe you are
May-
doing the right thing by assisting us, and I do not believe you should feel guilt for that.
you see, she goes over to Hemlock. Would you mind tending to the garden while I'm gone? You see, Hemlock looks a little shocked and like, what if they ask for me? I'm the main tender to the gardens. And she says, well, now you're the main tender of these gardens here. The mushroom gardens over there can be tended by the others. But,
Hemlock,
yes.
people are dying. I have lived in the Shadowfell, and I have seen the souls entering from the Feywild. Should we not do our most to help them? I understand what my Grease is saying, and I'm sure she cares for her people, which is why she can be, admittedly, a bit rude at times.
Yes.
But needless death is a problem for everyone, regardless of what your queen, or whatever she is to you, it says.
No, yes, I understand it. To be quite frank, I'm quite terrified of going out there. I'm not, I haven't traveled that far from the village, so
Not to mention, she looks a bit less susceptible to the disease than you do.
No, yes,
No.
that's a good point. No, yes, no, you all bring good points, and Valera, as your friend, I will be happy to tend to the gardens, and I know when they come looking for me, they're going to find out that you're not here. But what can they do? Someone has to be here to tend the gardens. It's their sacred area, so they have no choice but to continue to let me tend to the gardens, or the gardens suffer. So, but I think you should get out of here as fast as you can then before it comes to that. So, all of you should leave quickly. And you see Valera says, thank you, Hemlock. I'm gonna go grab my things, and I will meet you all down here. You see she runs towards the tree, and the tree immediately bends down as she hops up on it, and the tree almost flings her to the top. But very gingerly, she steps up top to the platform that she's always been in, and just packs a few things. She takes a minute, and you guys gather together. She hops back down and seems to have her pack. She carries a bow and a couple daggers and a quarterstaff. So,
Is it small?
no, it's not small. You see, she says, "All right, well, I'm going to be in a great deal of trouble when I come back, but I do want to help people, and I can't do much here if I just keep getting stuck in this just perpetual." Yes, and just keep reading these visions that I don't understand, or reading these flowers what they mean, and perhaps I could find someone who knows what they're doing.
My friend, trust me. You're only in trouble if you come back unsuccessful, so you'll be fine, and many opportunities await you out there to learn.
You see, she kind of smirks a little bit and says, "You are a bit of a silver-tongued one, aren't you?"
I try.
It's only illegal if they catch you.
That's funny. I think
Very well. Let's not go directly to the village, since let's go around the village and head west. So,
I'll give her a nod.
Sounds
My
like a
friend,
plan.
you got to teach me
Well-
how to jump on trees like that. I could have gotten away with a lot of things in my day.
well, I just asked the tree to assist me, and it helps me every time.
Hmm.
That seems useful.
Yes, yes, it is.
Quickly, random tree, fling me to the nearest vault.
Can you teach me?
It does not.
Oh,
Is it druidic or is that your special ability?
You see, she says, that's my special ability.
oh well. I tried.
Cool. You guys quickly head off as you
Yeah.
head towards. You guys go around the village, since the village is technically west. You guys just go around and avoid it altogether. Go to the outskirts.
As we
Now
leave,
it's
I will
hostile.
give Hemlock a nod and be like, "Thank you. No,
Oh, no.
you're taking a risk by doing this, but
Oh yes, I completely understand. So I hope you all a good venture and successful one as well. You see, Valera says, "Thank you, Hemlock. I will indeed be in your debt quite a lot when I get back, and I promise I'll make it up to you." Oh, no worries. No, it's fine. No. Anyways, get going, please. You see, Hemlock kind of goes over and says, "Would you mind opening up trees?" As the trees open up and let him into the gardens.
oh shit! I hope either he gets closed in there with them. She should probably. He doesn't need to go out and eat. Is she gonna close him in there?
No, you see, he's able to, very similarly, you see, she says, no, the Myconid folk have a special relationship with the plants as well. He knows how to tend to the
good.
gardens. Yes, no, he's not trapped in there. And I honestly don't think these Myconid folk need to eat much. I think it takes very little.
I was more concerned that if you left them open, someone else would come sneaking in.
No. He's fine in there. So, but you guys quickly travel, and you guys head out on your first day's journey. You see, Valera's kind of taking the charge at the moment. So she will be taking the lead, and who will be assisting her?
What check is it?
And
Survival check.
Ooh, I will also.
Not me.
Oh man, I'm one level away from getting expertise for that, but
Okay.
I'm screwed still.
I mean, if you're
I'll
proficient,
assist.
then you're good. If not,
Nope.
all right.
No.
All right. So she will go ahead and make a survival check on her own then.
Wait, I'll assist.
Oh, sorry, Neve. I didn't hear you. All right, cool. She'll make it with advantage. Just kidding. First check is a natural 19. She'll do it again. 20.
Not
Yeah.
Nice.
So she starts taking the lead and says, it's quite stressful and also refreshing. It's been a while since I've been out here in the open. It's you see she's just kind of looking around and wander a little bit. You can see the leather armor. She's just touching the leaves on the ground and the trees. She says, I've been a little bit afraid to go out on my own, but well, I guess I have you all to thank for helping me at least break away from that temporarily. I'm indeed going to be in a little bit of trouble, but so be it if it means saving.
If my Grease cannot see that you are doing the right thing, then it is fault of her, not you.
Of course. I thank
I
you.
mean, she might be thinking she is doing right, but people can be wrong. They can be wrong.
No, that is
We can be.
that's true.
But I would rather not sit idly by and let any more unnecessary deaths, if possible.
Of course.
By the way,
Should've,
Umal is going to be elbowing Riven, kind of giving a quick scratch at the armor, and then giving a evil smirking, nodding her head towards
He will grab
Hilaire
you by
when-
the scruff of your neck and
when
yeet
she's
you.
not looking. You gonna eat me? Is that what you said?
Yeet.
Oh,
Yeet.
Yeet.
I will totally
Valera will
dodge
be
that.
walking, and Valera will be walking by, and they'll see the fucking Puss in Boots cartwheel cat.
you lightly throw ball, and
But yeah,
ball
no,
lands
he
on.
doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
He would kind of pick them up by the scruff of the neck and look at them as I have said. I appreciate it. That is not my primary goal.
My friend, I'm teasing.
Riven, go and give me a D20 on the day's encounter check. 5. Go and give me roll me a D12, please.
Travis.
7. Go and roll me it again. I think
The quarterstaff.
you already got 7.
For the quarterstaff.
12.
All right, that's Travis, right?
Travis.
So, you guys walk for the day, encountering, critters, things like that. You see what look like, I would say, little versions of, they're essentially like raccoons, but except they have kind of like bats' wings and almost like a little bit like cat-like features as well. It's strange. They are like a pretty mixture. So essentially they're like, and I know like a few of you will understand this, but essentially they're like mini Nargacugas.
Yes, dude, can I like get one as a pet?
Except like they are like, they have like the raccoon pattern. Like they have like the banded eyes and things like that. They don't seem as like feral.
A little Nargacuga, like the little bat things.
Yeah, they're
bat things.
Dude, I would want one of those so bad.
Except, they are like scattering around. There's a few of them here and there. I mean, if you want to try to capture one, you can try to get one if you'd like.
I feel like it's a good way to piss off the pack.
I don't know. I don't want to piss them off.
Like,
okay, cool. Yeah, they just seem to like kind of. They almost act like flying squirrels. They like hang on the trees and jump from tree to tree. They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are like.
So they gotta be tiny then.
Yeah, no, they're not tiny. I would say they are about cat-sized. Yeah, they're small creatures. Yeah, they're about cat-sized.
Mr. Ferguson, can you stand up for me?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you guys see like these creatures kind of run by, and kind of just jump from tree to tree and kind of look at you guys and then just kind of like scatter away. So, but your first day goes without any interruptions.
Ribbon's gonna beat one of them. Like, hello.
I'm gonna try and trap one immediately.
Okay. How are you going to do that? Because they seem to be up in the trees and just kind of staying away from you guys. They're not running, but they're just staying away.
My friend, do not mess with wildlife.
But that's literally my whole thing.
Yes, you can deal with it, but don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on.
She's like, just ignoring you completely.
Listen. If you ever meet any cats out there, they won't take too lightly.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna try and set a non-magical snare in the in like the space between two tree branches.
Okay.
So should I roll survival for that?
Yeah, so you guys see Leon start to like climb up some of the trees and just put like a snare. Yeah, make a survival check.
Look at him. You think this is wise?
15. What kind of bait are you putting on there? Like, are you putting meat or?
Oh,
like
I'm not
fruit?
putting anything on there.
Okay, just like
just a snare. The idea is, if the
It's kind of like if they're curious.
I forgot what you called it. I forgot what you called it, but I do remember the name of the other animal thing that you equivocated it to.
Oh, Nargacuga. Yeah.
Mini Nargacuga.
Yeah, mini Nargacugas.
Yeah. So the bat squirrel thing.
Yeah.
It's the same principle as a rabbit trap, a rabbit snare, basically.
Gotcha.
Where if it goes through it, it's gonna get caught because
Gotcha.
it like breaks the middle, like the middle of it.
Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna cast fog cloud in the center of the roost.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a percentile die as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, to see like see the likeliness, because there's quite a few of them around.
66.
Yeah, 66%. Okay, you do hear like one of them does get ensnared. You hear like as like it start to clawing at the thing. It's hard to see it, but you do eventually get one after like a minute of standing still. And while this is happening, you guys are just like there. Valera's just kind of looking on, just kind of like unknowing of like what's going on, and then the rest of you guys are there. But yeah, you do happen to capture one of these little raccoon bat things.
Rad. Okay, so I'm going to tie another like bundle of rope around it so it doesn't get away from when I do take it out of the initial part of the trap.
Okay.
And then bring it down to the ground.
Okay.
Is the little dude injured anyway?
No, it seems to be it seems to be fine. Make a dexterity check. You're gonna make an opposed dexterity check because as soon as this thing is like a millisecond from being free, it'll try to jump out on its own. It's like you have to like try to hold on, and they're pretty feisty. Okay, so that's gonna be a 10. Okay, it only got a 13. They're pretty fast, but they are unable to escape your grasp. But you still hold on to this thing. But yeah, it doesn't seem injured.
Yeah. Cool. I kind of get two splinters of autumn court wood. I really like autumn court wood. It's my favorite wood now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna slowly pry its mouth open so I can get a good look at the
Okay.
straw.
Yeah. You take these two very dried pieces of wood and open it up, and yeah, you do see this thing has a row full of sharp teeth. They seem to like I would say make an investigation check.
Cool. I get a D4 on this.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Okay.
Oh, 24 or 26. Jesus.
26.
So you see inside of it there are pieces of what look like to be small kind of bug parts. You see like bug wings, legs, pieces of just like different types of insects. You can see this thing mostly eats insects and smaller creatures. I will say with a 26, you can also see that it eats like smaller critters, things that are like not rabbits, but things that are like smaller, which, you know, for the first, you know, you guys will see like yeah. It's a carnivore for sure. You're not sure if it does eat like the fruits and the trees and things like that, but this things has like teeth that are meant for tearing of flesh or crunching of insects. So yeah, that's essentially what you learn. I guess with a 20.
Do I want to eat this thing or do I want to release it?
Oh, but it's cute.
Yeah, they are adorable, but I mean they seem like they have like the same amount of meat on them as a kind of like a squirrel, so not much. Yeah, they don't seem to have a lot of meat on them. They just seem to be kind of, you know, the only way that some of these insects get, you know, killed essentially, or just kind of weaned out. Yeah,
could save someone a ration
if it's a necessary part of the environment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's part of the ecology of the autumn court, or at least this area in general.
Yeah, I feed it a good berry and let it go stay.
Cool.
As a little treat.
Cool. It'll try to scratch you as it gets away. It's gonna make an attack. Okay, misses. It just like lightly just tries to scratch you, but like it doesn't even scratch the surface as it like goes off and climbs up a tree very quickly and then flies to the next one. Kind of you see the rest of its like kin just waiting for it and then dart off.
My character introduction had me taking notes on leeches while they were actively sucking on me, so I'm phased by this.
That's right. But you guys, that is the end of your first day's trip, and you guys are able to make a camp and a rest. You see Valera, as you guys camp out, you see Valera says, I think we should be relatively safe from a lot of the creatures around here. They're mostly beasts. I don't think I've ever seen anything that's not a beast. Those creatures that we encountered are actually natural to the Feywild. They're considered beasts to the Feywild, but there are others that we can tell that are not. They're, I guess you would consider them monstrosities. But I think we're quite a bit of ways from or having to deal with monstrosities in general. So, but yeah, you guys making camp and train, I'm assuming.
Naturally.
Train.
Can I get more than 1 day of medicine for
Which
looking at animals?
I don't think that would count as medicine, unfortunately.
That's literally the only use I would ever have.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, that's more like nature, if anything.
I have nature.
Yeah, no, it's more like nature. Cool. So you guys rest and kind of make camp. You see Valera. You guys she starts a fire and she pulls out a ration and starts to eat it.
Ration chick.
Yep, rations the rest of you guys. She says, well, I'm quite curious. Where are all of you from?
I'm gonna look to the others.
I'm minor royalty from the summer court. It's not relevant.
Really?
Randy and Ida.
I'm from this court.
You're from the Autumn Court?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting as well. What do you... Can you recall what part?
I
mean... Oh, that's fine. I mean... I'm actually not quite familiar with where I'm from either, so... You know, no shame not knowing.
Right, yeah, that's just how it goes.
What about you, Silver Tongue, Ubala?
Oh, I am, you know, that is a good question. It has been some time. So my good and good people, my species, from what I believe I recall, came here some time ago and blended into the Feywild, and I was captured by some mad magos, and he experimented on me. So here I am, just a cat that can talk.
Huh.
As to what court I am from, I don't know.
No. And I noticed that when my Greece was talking about Chosen, you stood out from them. Are you not one of the Chosen?
Nope, not me. I am just guide.
Make a
Deception.
make a persuasion or deception, because you're not really lying, but you're not, you're just kind of like hiding stuff. Either way, persuasion or deception, I'll let you choose. I'll make her roll an insight check on you. I mean, yeah, because she would be curious. Okay, she has a +5. She has a +5 to insight. Okay, I'll only beat you. You see, she doesn't press any further, but she gives you like a look, like okay, and then she looks towards, like I'm not gonna press. Like I'm not gonna press any further.
Okay.
And then she looks at you, Riven, and she says, "I'm curious. You say you're a Shadar Kai, but I've only seen you in the armor."
Yes, show us your face.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. I'm just...
Let me see your tongue.
I'm teasing.
Yeah, take off the helmet. I'm wondering.
You don't have to. I was just curious of what a Shadar Kai's doing here instead of back in Shadowfell.
I am the Chosen of the Raven Queen, meant to undergo a trial. My trial was interrupted. I was brought here as a Chosen.
So, chosen to become another Chosen.
In a sense, it is confusing.
Oh.
And now we wish to see that handsome face.
Is it handsome?
I don't know. I'm just teasing.
He'll kind of look around. Does it seem like a safe place?
Make a perception check.
Because the only reason he keeps his shit on is because if he gets ambushed and hit in the back of the head, he's not going to get knocked the fuck out.
Yep. It's as safe as it could be.
Yeah, sure. He'll reach for a strap under his chin. And since it is heavy adamantite plate, it does take a moment to take the helmet off because it is plate armor. It's very well secured and all that. But he does take it off, and eventually, let me. What can I look like again? Let me. What was my original picture? Let me find my original picture.
No, you're good. You see, she looks over to Vex and says, "I'm curious. Are you also an Eladrin?"
I don't really know. And as for where I'm from, Ubala, where's that temple we came from?
Oh, back in the
The
can't
temple,
remember
yeah, the
location.
temple was called the Palace of the Dusk.
Oh yes, yes, Palace of Dusk. Yes.
Alright, as far as I know, I'm from the Palace of Dusk.
Oh well, I mean, you look like an Eladrin. You have elongated ears, longer than mine, and the elven features are a lot stronger on you.
I do have this weird thing where every time I trance, I kind of change my skin tone.
I think I did notice that actually. That's strange. That's not usually what Eladrin do. They usually either adjust to the court that they're in, or they stay the same.
Oh, he has no court, so he does. It is based on. Actually, I don't know if I would know this.
I mean, everyone has a court. I mean, at least for Eladrin, they belong to a court. And if you, huh? All right. Well, I mean, I'd be curious to know the reasoning behind your constant transformation. Perhaps you're still finding your court.
Yes, yes, that.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Very well.
But onto a more pressing matter. Hey Ribbon, you need some help with that helmet? Are you handsome?
Yeah.
So you would see, I would say he's fairly handsome. He's nothing too abnormal, you know what I mean? But he's
Based.
as well fairly young, looking maybe like 19, 20.
Ooh.
And
Jesus.
he has this white pale. Yeah, he's fairly young.
He's young? Okay.
He has this pale white skin. He has these purple eyes, same kind of purple, very bright purple that his magic shines, and like this. I guess the best way to put it is like a kind of Aragon style, medium length black hair.
Yeah, gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, gotcha. Nope, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You got scruff or nah?
I'd say a little.
Okay.
Oh,
No full beard, obvious. No full beard, obviously, because he has a helmet that encompasses it. That would be very uncomfortable.
The rubbish.
Probably a little scruff.
You see, Valera looks a little shocked as you pull your helmet off. She says, "And you're being tested by the Raven Queen."
That's correct. I was chosen as you said, chosen to become another chosen. It's an odd circumstance. Even the Celestials aren't sure why.
And
we are learning at this moment.
You're being tested at such a young age. Were you born into this? Or at least your previous trial?
For a very long time. The last I remember my parents, I was 5. After that, I was taken to train as a chosen.
How old are you?
He kind of leans back. 20.
Oh, you are just a baby.
He's very young for an elf, because they live up to like 400 years old, so he's very young.
And you must have quite a bit of potential if...
Actually, this is a question I should have asked you a long time ago. At what point are your elves considered mature?
I think they do mature around like the normal ages, but the thing that makes them stand, they just live longer. Yeah, they mature quickly, or they mature just the same, but they live like exponentially longer, obviously.
All right, and he will have. I neglected to mention this. He does have a few scars. Nothing major, but like training and all that. He gets a few scars.
I thought elves matured at like 100 something.
I think base D&D they do mature really slowly.
Leon like kind of just sneaks up behind him and plucks one of his hairs out of his head.
I mean, they were roughly the same. I think I'm. Well, I don't know, Jer. Up to you. I mean, I made my character 25, but I don't have any memories, so it could be any age.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
I'm
you would look slightly older, like a
Okay.
little, yeah, for sure.
All right, yeah, I'm slightly older. Okay.
Yeah, you're slightly. Yeah, 20, 25. Yeah, all right. Yeah, she kind of, it looks at Ubala. And how old are you, Ubala?
She's actually taken a moment to think about this. Let's see.
The next time anyone looks at Riven, the helmet's back on.
Okay, yeah, you quickly put it back on.
I think it is. I guess I am still considered 12.
And
A
that's
little old.
and that's how long you've lived here? Is only 12 years?
Yes. Well,
Make a deception
see.
check. This time it is a deception
Right,
check.
it's like this. Or
Yeah, make an insight check, Neve. 6 on Neve. Oh, yeah, 6 on Neve. Yep. Yeah, Neve, you.
something.
Yeah. Oh, shit!
Damn.
But
Damn.
Neve, you can tell that Ubala's lying, and so does everyone. Essentially, like
Yeah.
you should. And
Come
you
on,
see,
don't
Valera says, "Well, if you were just a regular animal, you should be dead by now."
all right. Hold on. Let me do the math real quick. Let's see. So,
I think you mentioned Ubala was like a couple centuries years old or something like that. I think you
What?
said.
it's yeah. It's like let's see. If we do the math correctly, I believe what is the year now? It's whatever year it is. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
it is.
about 212.
Okay, so you weren't far off from 12. Yeah, 12 is a
yeah.
good number.
I was at least 12.
How are you alive for this long?
Do you really want to know?
Yes,
Yes.
actually, I'm quite curious now.
Fine. Okay, so you all remember the bimbo that we met earlier, right?
Oh yes.
The little
sure?
fey woman.
Are you sure she
So
cannot hear you?
I'll never
I-
forget.
I don't care if she hears me. I'm doing whatever she tells me to do. She has imprisoned me for 200 years. Yeah, just about there. And because I tried to steal her beauty through trickery. Yes, because if
Oh,
I
so
get
you're a little messed up too, huh? Trying to act like you're all goody two shoes.
listen, I'm trying to help you, not myself. It is
Oh,
help
okay.
you.
Okay.
I don't care as long as I make money and get out of this debt. You could say.
Good luck with
And it well, all right. I am a betrayer.
that. That's crazy.
You see, Valera kind of looks at you and says, "Betrayer?
Yes.
You were a chosen prior,
That is me.
and
Exposed.
And my best friend Feywild, I spoke to him to get you a ship, my friends. He was also chosen.
at that name, you see she gets up, and she is very upset. You see, she says, "You know Fey Eater?"
Well, he was one of the chosen in my cycle. I had no choice. He was he was in my party.
The dreaded ruler of the lizard folk, and you know him.
Well, yes. I mean, I haven't seen him in a while until I had to get the ship for him, for these people, but that was it.
And he's a betrayer?
Yes. There's one more. There's one more. What is he doing? It is a little halfling. He's a I forget. Do I know this halfling? I know. I know what he's doing, right?
Let me double check real quick. Let me check on. Okay, so you had the. Yeah, there's a halfling. Yep.
And he's the only other one.
Yeah, Drago.
And then the other one, the halfling, he's a Drago.
You don't know what he's doing. You know he's alive somewhere.
I thought I last knew he was like in the summer court or something.
Oh.
He's still a paladin.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have it written down, so you must have. Yeah, I only have the names and what they. I think you wrote it down on your. Did you put it in your bio?
I think we were talking about it in
Okay. Okay, I have to. We'll have to remember, or we'll have to recall it later. But you know he's alive at least.
Yeah, I
And-
thought last I heard he was like serving the Archfey in the summer as well.
Oh yes, you're correct. Yeah,
Do I know that?
yeah, you would know that for sure.
Oh. Yes, Drago is the only other, well, technical betrayer, I guess you could say. I don't really know about this one, but he's serving under Summer Archfey.
Oh, so you lived 200 years as a betrayer. Okay. So it sounds it's doable to survive.
Well, yes, but not many of them survive. I've heard stories of them being hunted.
I mean, obviously, it's not too hard if 3 of them are still kicking.
This is why I fear the wild hunt, especially with you, the new cycle around.
I've heard very little of the wild hunt, just that they are violent in their hunt. So,
Yes.
Oh, relentless.
Yes, never ending.
That is why I told you earlier that as long as you live here, until you finish your mission, you will be hunted to the ends of the Feywild. I'm surprised I haven't been. Well, no, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm that good at hiding.
Yeah, Ubala, you definitely would have heard of like others who have been successfully hunted by like their corresponding courts. Like obviously your other companions, which you have not
Yeah.
mentioned.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
I mean,
we should.
no, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean,
I'm not forcing you.
If they're dead,
Many of my friends from my cycle have also been successfully hunted down. And that poor boy, all he wanted to do was see his mother again. He was so young.
Jesus.
you have my condolences.
Ubala kind of gives like a solemn shrug, with like a kind of like a sad face. She's like, eh. But enough about me. I don't usually talk about myself, but all these eyes on me and the probing of questions, yes, it's a little intense. Let's cut the cake and move on to someone else.
I will say, Neve, you would also kind of be interested in the leader of the lizard folk, essentially the because that's where your clan is, or at least being held up by a group. Or at least.
Oh, you're right.
That's right. Yeah. So
I
you'd
have
also
it out for the lizard
yeah,
folk.
Yeah, you have it out for the lizard folk. But yeah, you would definitely be like that would have piqued your interest as well. But just just
Right.
FYI. So you see Valera go like she's still standing up, a little shocked, just kind of like trying to come back to him and says, "So your group was 2 cycles ago then? 200 years ago? Or was it the previous cycle?"
I believe it was the previous cycle, or it could have been 2 cycles ago. I actually don't know. I think I quickly failed on the last one, or was it the first one I failed? Well, I failed both, but whichever one I served in, and then I failed one. I know that.
Do you know where Fey Eater lives?
Unfortunately, I do not. I had to. I found some people that or some lizard folk that I could actually surprisingly speak to on this, and that's a little bit of name dropping and speaking in money. Then I get what I want, and he organized a ship for the chosen here to get out of the Church of the Dusk.
Well, I guess that makes sense. If he was a chosen and now a betrayer, then you see she's starting to like get little hints of doubt in like her thoughts.
I can tell you now, he shouldn't be alive. I don't know what he did.
Yes, that's true.
Probably some kind of archmage, and then I don't know. I don't really understand allosexuals.
Yeah, perhaps he made a deal with a fairy or something. or
Do
pixie.
they not? Do they
Let
not
me
do
tell you,
the
being
words of
imprisoned
words?
for 200 years or so, and maybe a little break in between, I was awake for the whole thing. It is quite maddening.
I, I can tell. River doesn't say that. Wow.
I kept to my values. Make money.
Riven, you were mentioning something.
No.
Oh. Well, I think we should get our sleep.
Well, how old are you, Valera?
I'm about. I believe I'm 80.
Oh,
80.
okay.
Yes, I'm 80. I'm of 80 years.
What?
You're still pretty young for your species, race. Yes.
I would say so.
Since we live up to 750, wow. Now that's, you don't really seem like an Aladrin either.
No,
You're a shit guy.
I'm not a
Um,
I'm not an
you
Eladrin.
seem more like some, no offense, mix of drow, something else.
Ooh, drow.
Yes, I'm a half elf. I'm half elven. I think I'm technically considered middle aged, but I'm half elven and one half.
Ah, a milf.
Shut up. I
Even better.
I believe I don't know my parents, but I would assume one of them was a human, the other one was a drow.
Oh, I think I know how these go.
So I don't know. It could be either or, but I took a lot of my drow characteristics and I'm half elven, so I'm 80.
You
Alright,
don't
well,
look
like,
80. You shut up, girl.
let me look it up. What's the lifespan of a half elf? Is it the same
Not
as a
near as long as an elf.
No,
She's
yeah.
She's
80.
We're
She's like
70.
mid. So
30.
she's like 30, 40 compared to a human.
Yeah.
She's 30 years old. Don't let her lie to you.
Yeah, she's like early. I guess for a human, she'd probably be like early 30s.
Yeah, early 30s, yep.
She is an elf.
She's not 80, my friends. Don't listen to her.
She just shoots all of you with the bow. Crazy, dude. It's crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
What's her? Does she have a good 2-hit?
Yeah, she gets nat 20 on everyone.
Adamantite plate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, god damn it. It passes resistance. No, I'm just kidding. But you see, she says, "Well, let's get some sleep. We have another long day tomorrow, so."
All right, so nobody slit my throat in my sleep, please.
Oh yes,
taking
we
watch?
should actually. Yes, I was going to say. I could take the first couple hours, but I do require sleep.
Let's just
Vex and
keep
I
doing
do
the same
not.
thing. Me and Riven. It's the most efficient and
Vex and I can split the watch equally. We trans. It is different.
Oh, wonderful. You guys. Everyone starts to rest as you set up camp, and I think we'll leave. We'll end the episode. We'll leave the session there.
And the episode.
Wait.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That
Wait.
was.
Next time on Feywild
Yeah.
Survival.
Can we train?
You already did.
Oh, we did already.
Yeah,
train.
you already
Oh.
did. I counted that already. Yep.
no. I think
Oh,
he meant
okay.
train in our sleep. I think
Oh,
that should
yeah?
probably, like,
No.
half-
Yeah, you never
Yeah,
dream
you know,
train?
have you
No.
never seen like
Can
have you
we
never?
train like can we take
You know.
public transportation?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, Joe. Have you never seen like Dragon Ball Z where they like do image training?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. That was
You
a good
got-
session. That was a good hefty session. I like that.
That was a pretty nice.
That was a great
session,
one. Yeah, that was good.
How dare you
I feel
make
like
me
I was a little
confess
bit too
everything
passive.
under a nat 1?
Yeah. No.
Dude. That nat 20 persuasion check was clutch.
That was clutch as fuck.
Yeah,
I
that was crazy.
Yeah,
turned
man.
around, gave the thumbs up. I was like, I
Big.
got you.
Neve Neve is trying to get you all banished.
Yeah,
I know.
Neve.
I don't know anything about that, bro.
I will say I will say, Flight, this group this campaign is a little more serious than the other campaign. Just FYI. Just like there is like harsher consequences for saying stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like remember the wolf man? That this is probably gonna be like the wolf, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, at the end I did not.
We're all gonna
No, but
die.
you were like,
Yeah.
you know, you were doing, you know, you were standing up for, you know, your tenants essentially,
Yeah.
and the group kind of.
One of our tenets is to bring down the hubris.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I mean, to be fair, my character's just like not that smart.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm not saying like you're doing it.
You
I'm
have
just,
a
I'm just,
10
I'm
for
just,
wisdom
I'm
and
just
a 12
saying,
for
I'm just saying, like you could
intelligence, but I
say,
get what you're saying.
yeah, you could say shit, but just, you know, a little more careful, just a little more.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Jer,
I'll think about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. What's up?
I know you. I know we have like kind of like established stuff, but I'm totally playing Ubala off as like a little loopy.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
It's not. I mean, she doesn't know. She's just like, it could have been 200 years,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Sweet. Yeah, we'll pick it up in 2 weeks, and we'll continue as you guys head on towards the Centaur tribes. So,
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Well,
all right.
bedtime.
Sweet. Yeah, I know. I'm ready.